It's 10:30 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I hope so.
I think they're in bed.
I hope they are too. If they're up, then they're probably causing a ruckus, and you should put them to bed.
Well, I mean, unless they're big kids, and then, like, you know, let them do what they want.
Then
like,
let them hear
adults,
the first half hour of the show. We won't curse. First half hour.
Well, what if they're,
No
like,
promise.
adults? Like, what if you're older and your kids are, like, 20?
Well, then those aren't really your kids. I guess they are your
They're still your kids.
Under the
Like,
definition of Obamacare, is your kid till you're 26, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would think so. So,
Well, and
not
apparently,
to bring up politics right off the bat, but that only made sense. That was not even gratuitous.
apparently in Obamacare, no matter if you're a man or a woman, they expect you to have kids.
That's just funny. Look, we'll talk about that later. I don't want to talk about that right now. That's such crap
Good,
anyway.
right to politics.
No.
Not even slowing down.
I didn't even make it 10 seconds.
You know what it is, though, man? Here's the thing, Greg. And you got to have that release, though, and it just is not there. There's too much going on, man. What are you going to do? You know?
I feel
But you got to have it, though. I'm taking all December off, the whole month.
Are you?
I'm taking all December off. I mean, I might do this show, and I might do the radio show on Friday, but other than that, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to stay off the internet as much as humanly possible. I don't even know if I could do it all the way, but
I can barely manage an analog weekend, and you're going to try an analog month.
Well, here's what I'm going to try
He's
to
not
do. You know what I'm
gonna
going to try
It
to
ain't
do?
gonna happen.
You know what I'm no, here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to turn off social media. And I'm going to turn off email for the first week. Like, I won't even look at email for the first week. So if I do anything on there, it'll be projects that I have to do that don't require, like, you know, communication and shit.
Okay, and here's the flaw in this whole plan of his, is that I can't shut off because of certain, you know, I have obligations to the campaign and things like that. So as soon as I go, oh my gosh, he's going to go, what? And if I tell him, then he's going to log in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What
you're
you
not
gonna tell
gonna. Yeah, that's going to happen. Sorry, we're. It's just that we're already predicting a failure to your analog month.
It's never going to happen.
I'm going to try my best. I'm not going to say I'm going to be 100% successful, but I'm going to make the effort to. I need to make the effort to be honest with you.
Well, you definitely need to scale back.
Like, I want to be able to leave the house and not have any phone or anything with me.
Well, you can't do that. You have kids.
What if they were with me? I just don't want to be the one with the phone. How about that?
Okay, that's fine. Although I've noticed lately, like when we travel, you end up the one not with the phone because you tend to just hand it all over to me.
Okay, well, here's something to talk about. You said immediately, well, you can't do that. You have kids. Didn't families get raised and children grow up and grow old before cell phones?
Well, yeah, and of course they did and things like that. But I just, at this point, I would always want someone to be able to get a hold of me if something was wrong with my kids.
I can understand for the emergency aspect of it, being able to use it, but if that was the only thing you used it for, then that's, I don't know. There's still an emergency thing for it, you know?
My cell phone's turned off, and I absolutely love it. I'm considering whether or not
Just
I'm actually
leaving
going
it.
to get it turned back on. Just,
Well,
I don't know if I want to get service back on it.
Mine was stolen in Miami, and it's been like 2 weeks now, and I don't have a new one. Now, granted, we have an extra one here, so I mean, I always tend to have a phone, but it's so nice not to have it, you know, many people calling for me anymore. It is kind of nice.
Yeah. If I get another one, I'm probably going to get a burner.
Yeah.
And just like give it out to a few people.
You know, I can't do that, man. I like talking on the phone.
You do.
You like talking. You do like
Well, I
talking.
mean, I like talking, period. But when I talk to somebody, I want to talk to them on the phone, though.
See, I don't like that. I would rather message me
That's fine.
or,
That's, you know.
or email or something.
no,
but-
I hear
on
you.
the conversation.
I hear you.
If I've got something quick to tell you, text or email or Facebook message or whatever's fine. But a long conversation where we need to talk something out, yeah, I'm with you.
I
gotta
hate
have
being on the
call.
phone.
I'll talk.
I hate being on the phone, but it's helpful. It's useful. But it's not necessary. It's not a necessity to me.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that you two can do that. I mean, in all honesty, I guess it's different strokes for different folks. In
Right.
reality,
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
prefer a conversation.
Yeah.
I want somebody to understand what I'm saying.
I prefer a face-to-face conversation.
That would be
I
number
do.
one.
I
That would
think
be
that's
number
what
one.
it
I
is.
prefer
That would
that.
be number one.
I prefer meeting someone face to face and hashing out whatever we need, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I want to see eye to eye.
Yeah, because I have a home phone, so like if people have to call me and I'm at home, they can get a hold of me or they can leave a message. But like without a cell phone, you either got to get through to me through a message of some sort, Facebook, email, something, or you got to see me. Yeah, that's the only way
Yeah.
you're going to talk to me, which is kind of cool. I
Yeah.
kind of like it.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm a talker, so what can I do? You know? I like to have a conversation, you know.
And I'm a misanthrope.
Hey,
So
me and you, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about this, you know. But here's the thing, though. Even with your way, though, I can still get a conversation. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Face to
yeah.
face. You know, works out better that way.
Absolutely.
It's hard to do if you're doing things statewide. You know, to be honest with you. If Star Trek was around, man, that demon thing, I'd use the crap out of that thing, man.
We wouldn't have to like travel and be away so much if we could just like beam into to a place.
instantaneous, because it's mostly travel time.
Oh yeah.
It's like you drive 3.5 hours for an hour-long meeting, and then you're 3.5
You drive
hours
5
back.
for-
I was gonna say 3.5, man.
You're lucky when you get 3.5.
Yeah. So it's, you know, luckily you still work at the same time that you do it, though, so it makes it nice.
Yeah.
But it's still, you know what, man? You just never have a weekend off, man. Like you're always like, even this weekend we're going to Brevard
Brevard, yeah.
on Saturday, and we're back on Sunday though, right?
Well, we're gonna leave Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
We're leaving Friday
So-
night. We're coming back on Sunday. But in that meeting, we are going to take a little mini family vacation.
Yeah, just gonna take a break. Just take a break, man.
So me and you will actually leave for the meeting, but then come back and everyone will be there and we'll be able to just relax
Yeah,
for a
you
little
have your
bit.
kids, my
Yeah.
kids, my
My-
wife. you know.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's gonna be fun. I think we'll be able to mix up both, and that's the one thing that hasn't happened in the past is being able to mix up both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think
that'll
this will be
cool.
a good thing. Yeah, I think it'll be nice to kind of go with everyone and you
Yeah,
know.
it's like $120.
Right.
I mean, it's not. It's not going to be it's an expense, but heck, we were going over there anyway.
Right.
Right.
And then this way you can kind of mix both where you still get like that extra, we'll be back fairly early and we'll be able to just have dinner with everybody and be able to just kind of relax, enjoy the kids and everything.
And then you don't have to drive either, because driving.
Yeah.
If you're going to that location, remember, no, you're literally driving straight to it almost. Well, not all the time, but sometimes.
Well, a lot of times, like we went to Collier and
Yeah.
we went in the morning and then came back right after the meeting. So that's,
Yeah.
you're there for a few hours and then you drive right back. It's crazy.
I've driven an ungodly amount of roads in this state. I got to tell you, I think I'm definitely I'm not in the 1% in most other categories, but I think I am in the 1% when it comes to the amount of
Road time.
miles traveled
Travel
in
time.
this state over the past freaking 5 years. Like, I think in a 5-year period right now, from '09 till now, I don't think anybody can. I'm in the top 1%.
Yeah.
I have been a
Out of 100
passive-
drivers, I'm number one.
I think people who travel the state more than you use air travel. Quite honestly. Quite frankly.
Yeah. Unless you're-
anybody who's putting
Minus
that
the
many
truck
more miles
drivers
on
though.
you.
Minus the
The
truck,
truck
driver.
drivers, because
Truck
they
drivers.
do.
But I'm
overtime.
running with them. Though.
Anybody who's not getting paid for their dashboard time, I don't think beats you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think people actually understand.
No.
No, I don't think they do.
It's a
I
weird
ha-
deal, man.
I have
And you
been-
know what? It's weird times too. Like I get out of a meeting at 8:00
And we drive.
and I go home.
Yeah.
But I don't care how far away I'm living. I'm going home. So
Right.
if it's 5 hours away, I'm driving 5 hours to get home.
Yes.
I actually do think every once in
And
a while.
I am a passenger for 5 hours home.
Yeah. I don't even think people understand. Like, you know how when you're leaving a place, like normally you'll stay later and kind of BS and talk and do whatever. You know what I'm saying, and have a conversation. Like, for every minute I do that, that means it's one more minute after like 1:30 or 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
For
You
me,
go home.
that would be like 10:00 for you. Like,
Right.
I got 5 hours and I'm not stopping tonight. So like, you
Right.
know,
All the people,
I'm not here to hang out afterwards. I
You
hope
come-
people don't take offense to that.
You come to this meeting and you're there for the meeting,
Right.
and everybody else that's there for the meeting drove anywhere from 5 to a
hour.
half hour.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, 5 minutes to a half hour is their travel time, but you have 5.5 hours.
Right.
You know, so for them, it's no big deal to hang out and chit chat after the meeting and hang out. And of course, they want you to because they think
Right.
you're in the same situation. You know?
Well, normally if you go to an event and you're a speaker in an event, when that's over with, because you're from out of town, then they just want to kind of see what's going on. So you end up having conversations with people, you know, and
Right.
you're not there all the time. Somebody wants to talk to you about something, whatever. But and I like to stay, to be honest with you. I'm normally the last one out of these places.
Right.
Like I really am. Like I'm the last one to leave. Like Leon County.
Yes, we were
It
the
was
last ones to
me,
leave.
Danielle, Bill Walsfer,
Yeah,
and
we
then
were the
and,
last
then,
ones.
and everybody else. And honestly, I was actually planning on being the first one out of there,
And we were not.
and it didn't work.
No.
It's because you're
And
a
that's-
talker. Because anybody wants to talk to you,
But you know
and
what
you're
though?
going to talk to them.
These
He will
like we
talk.
met a guy from Jackson County that is going to go down and probably start that affiliate.
Taylor County.
Taylor County. I'm sorry, Taylor County. Start the affiliate.
And Gadsden.
2 in Gadsden that will definitely do the new project.
The big switch.
Yeah, the big switch.
Okay.
What do you think about that? But look, as a former member, what do you
No, I like it. I
what
like
do
it.
you think about that? What do you think about that as a move?
Can we get you to switch?
I bet you we get Greg back on the third one.
On the
Hold on,
third.
here's the. Oh, I'm gonna make a deal with you,
Oh,
Greg.
are we gonna make bets?
Yeah, we're gonna make a deal with you.
Oh, snap.
I'll make a deal with you now, though.
Okay.
By the third switch, right?
The third day.
The third switch.
Event.
The third event, which will probably be. It's going to be
Probably like
next year
August.
sometime, something like
Yeah.
that, yeah. So on the third day, if we're over 100K, you come back? You come back? 100K. 100K.
Why-
5 times what we're at right now.
It's not about the
Well, not
numbers.
really 5
It's-
times, but
it's-
4 times, but might even be 3 times right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, I don't know
Really
the
wanna
numbers.
talk about this?
No. Never mind. We don't have to talk about it.
I mean,
don't
we
have to talk about
can.
it.
We
No,
can,
I don't want to. No. I'm just saying. Here's the thing. If we were able to accomplish something like that, do you know how many
That would-
more members
that-
would be there? Which means
yeah.
how those people would be. If people that were negative and stuff like that would be really drowned out at that point, because it wouldn't matter then at that point. Again, with that many people, heck, all of our voices are actually
Kind of
lessened.
Almost.
Lessened, yeah.
By
And
here, it was, like tonight was a good example of that. I'm out. You know, I had a leadership position when Pasco got out of it, not because I don't like Pasco, because somebody else can do it.
Yeah.
Find people better than yourself.
I did not get out.
Danielle
No, you
didn't.
did
Well,
not
she
get
didn't find
out.
anybody better than herself.
Apparently, no matter whether you're on the state level or the county level, nobody wants to be the treasurer.
That's the only position to go to jail.
I have seen that. I have witnessed that. I have experienced the trouble of finding a treasurer myself. So,
I speak from experience.
yes,
Yeah.
I certainly feel your pain, and Pasco County is lucky to have you. And I hope they treat you with respect and keep you around. Because
They do, and everybody's great here in Pasco. I love my home county, and they're really great. But it is one of those overwhelming factors that no matter, and it's the only legal requirement that you have to have the party. Like, it's the only officer that you have to have is your treasurer. So if you don't have a treasurer, you don't have a party anymore.
right.
And apparently, no matter whether you're on the county level or the state level, when you say, we're not going to be a party unless we have a treasurer, everyone goes, oh, yeah, boy, that sucks.
Wow. Yeah. Looks
Nobody-
like we might not have a party. 'cause-
Nobody says, like, I'll do it, except for me. I'm the only one that's like, okay, I'll do it.
Well, like,
Fit the bill, man. It was fate.
who wants to be the accountant?
No,
because
and-
that's almost what the treasurer is, really. And
You're the only one like criminally responsible. So like
Yes.
if there was some kind of embezzlement or something, you're the one that goes to jail. And it is the only position in any organization where you can literally go to jail. And everybody's like, yeah, no.
it's a risky position, and you've got to definitely keep control of the funds.
And everybody
keep a
hates the
close eye
treasurer.
out.
Well, not in Pasco, but everywhere else, I guess.
Well, the treasurer is again. It's the treasurer is the accountant. They're
Yeah.
the bean counter, and everybody always hates the bean counter because they're the one that tells you can't because you don't have the money.
Right.
Because everybody else has got all these great ideas, and they're like, "Hey, let's do this and let's do that, let's do this," and the
And I'm
treasurer's like,
No.
"No, we don't have the money. How about you figure out a way to get some more money, and then we can do those things."
Wow, it's like he knows my job.
Well, you got to have people the ones that are dedicated to getting the funding. I mean, that's something in all honesty has got to get realized. But it is what it is. Let's talk about something else. We'll go down that road another time, though. I will tell you, I did switch over to Outlook today.
Did you?
Yeah.
in his email.
And my email.
Like, this was a big accomplishment for the day.
Really?
Well, it wasn't a big accomplishment. When you get them over, though, like if you're trying to square away your emails into one account, normally they're in different accounts at the time. Very hard to manage.
Mm-hmm.
So getting them all into one thing like Outlook, which is a very easy system to use, is actually a pretty nice thing.
He says, no, it wasn't a big accomplishment, except you're the 6th person that he's told today that he switched over to Outlook.
I'm feeling better, though. Email me. I'll email you back.
I can
I'm
get
working,
them now.
I'm working through it. No, I'm working through it. I had to work through it. Look, I get a lot of emails. It's hard to do.
So what were you using before Outlook?
Well, it was all going to Gmail.
Oh, you were just using the web interface for Gmail?
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
all. But here's the thing: it would take 45 minutes from when someone sent me an email for me to get that email, because it would go from one to another and then to me.
Just bouncing around.
So someone would call him up and be like, I just sent you an email. And he'd be like, okay. You want to call me back in an hour and I'll take a look at it?
Now with this one, it's instant.
And he wasn't even being rude, like, I'm busy and I don't want to talk. It was more like, I'm not going to get it for an hour.
Well, right, because you've got several emails and they all forward around to the one Gmail account.
Right.
It's like a spider web of emails,
It is.
Yeah.
and it was all messed up. This will actually fix all of it, which is nice.
And don't even get started on the Facebook pages, because that makes your email list just look like nothing.
It's like, oh, you only have 9 email addresses? Well, you got 1,900 Facebook pages.
Yeah, but those are more. Look, I know people would know this anyway, though. A lot of those Facebook pages, though, I'm not necessarily I can't manage all of those pages. I populate them, but that's all I do. The people there got to talk to themselves. They can't talk to me.
He's like a social networking cyber squatter.
He's
almost.
a hoarder. He's a
he's
Facebook page hoarder.
He's a Facebook page hoarder.
Hey, look,
for
in all
sure.
reality, most of them are actually county libertarian pages, man.
No, and you're right.
It's
a lot
it's
of
not
them
about
are.
what they are, and I'm not doubting the legitimacy of a lot of the pages, but you and I both know that you've got a ton
I got a problem.
of-
No, I got a problem. I ain't gonna lie, I got a problem. But you know what the problem is? It's like with my bags. Like, I'll tell you what, my bags, I can justify every one of them,
Going
right?
into the bags.
With the bags, I can justify them all. Same thing there. I can justify every one of them. A couple of them I get rid of every once in a while because it doesn't make any sense anymore or something like that. But very few, though, because you can just hoot them. I mean, I just hoot them. Like, people want to see what they want to see, man.
You know the
Hoot,
funniest
baby.
thing? The other day we were going somewhere and he looked at me and he starts laughing and I'm like, what are you laughing about? And he goes, I was just going to tell you need a bag for that.
Here's the thing, man. Like, when I travel, I want to be able to carry. This is probably from being in the Marine Corps, to be honest with you. I like to. Oh, somebody's calling? Really?
Someone's calling.
We didn't even give the number out. I'm sorry. Hold on. The Refresh
bet it's a
Telecom
wrong
lines 1-800-525-4032. 1-800-525-4032. Refresh Telecom.com. I don't even know who it is, by the way.
I don't know who it is.
Adrian, what's
Oh,
happening?
really?
Oh,
You think
okay.
he's coming because he's enjoying the show or because
Hold
he's
on,
trying
let
to
me
save
check.
us?
He's probably like, you guys are all sorts of messed up.
Really? You think? Well, the name of the show is Off the Rails, though.
Yeah, but like Adrian's all like, wants to be all smart and everything. He's
It's
like
after
running
10
for
o'clock.
governor.
What's he even doing up?
I know, right? Oh, I thought he had a 10 o'clock rule.
I think he probably. You know what? I think the shows give exemptions for that. So
Do shows give exemptions for his 10 o'clock rule?
it's possible. Is he on? Oh, we hear something. So
we hear the little
something's.
bloop, bloop,
yeah.
bloop, bloop.
Doop, doop, doop.
I
What-
like the little
what?
bubbles.
Caller, are you on the air?
You're
We
not
can't-
on the
you're
air.
not on the
you,
air,
you
Greg.
didn't turn your mic back
You gotta
on.
turn your
I'm not
mic
on
on.
the air. Caller, are you on the air? Hello?
Is he? Oh, did he not make it? You got to turn him up.
You there?
Oh, there we
There
go.
you
Oh,
go.
we hear you now. Hey, what day is it?
Okay. The Off the Rails is the appropriate name for this show because it is
Isn't
a
it?
total train wreck.
Isn't it, though?
I told you, it was a total train wreck every time.
Yeah, you guys weren't kidding.
Yeah.
It's like you and obviously you forget how to like introduce a caller, but the main reason I called is I want to know what the hell you're doing smoking in my studio.
It was all Alex's
Did he say
idea.
he was smoking in his studio?
in
by
his
the way?
studio.
Okay, the premises itself, I may have no claim to whatsoever, but I do have to say I feel some possession of the studio itself, having put all that together. and you're smoking around my electronics.
I do have to agree. I do not approve of the smoking,
It was all Alex's idea.
but
Yeah,
I
it was.
I was outvoted on this one. Like they're
Well, yeah.
they're slowly killing me with the cigarette smoke because of course like the door's shut and everything. So
Oh, we're taking everything off the rails, man.
yeah, like I'm slowly dying, and
Yeah,
and they don't care.
Yeah, you having to be exposed to the cigarette smoke is the perfect example of what a true democracy is. So this two wolves and a sheep. You got two smokers and a non.
Right. So yeah, so I got quickly outvoted.
We don't do it the whole time.
And
though.
by the end of the show, I sound like Marge, like rah, 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 because I can no longer feel my throat.
That should be a good time. That's a Wednesday, baby. What are you doing?
Well,
And the second point I wanted to make is even though I make my living off of Microsoft, essentially, Outlook sucks, dude.
yes.
You know what? You know what it is?
That's the point.
I like it. I don't have something. Gmail's not better.
It is if you configure it properly.
Maybe that's the case, but I just, you know what? Outlook's already set up the way it needs to be set up.
He likes
It's easy to
Outlook.
get in there. You can make your little folders. It's all nice and neat. You know, works out well. It's America. Outlook
You're
is
listening to
America.
Tech Talk with Alex Snicker, paid for by Microsoft.
Hey, man, it sucks. I wish I could say somebody else was cooler than Outlook is, but they're not.
Thunderbird.
It works out so well. Everything works with
No,
Outlook.
Thunderbird's kind of lame.
Thunderbird's better than Outlook.
Okay, Adrian,
You
so
know-
I got a bite. Which email server do you think is better?
I'm actually a proponent of Gmail, believe it or not. The way I figure it is, the NSA is going to be reading my emails anyway, so we might as well make it more convenient for them and go through Gmail. But the problem with Outlook is everything is stored locally on your computer. So if that thing crashes, man, you're done.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Not if you configure it for IMAP, and then it just stays on the server for Gmail.
Oh, look at you with the iMac. Look at that. His skills are
I can
good.
pretty much guarantee that Alex used the default and it's configured top 3.
Oh,
I'm sure it is.
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure. it
No,
is.
the one, at least for the party, is IMAP.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it
There
is.
you go.
Right on. This show is getting better and better. Thanks,
Yeah, this is
Adrian.
real. Yeah, thanks for bringing it down. Like we weren't low enough before you
Right.
called.
Like,
You know,
And now we're talking about email software.
you know what? But the Wednesday night show though, this is what it is, man.
It is what
it's.
it is.
We're talking for 3 hours, 2.5, maybe 3. Whatever
And
pops up,
if
man.
you'd like your computer questions answered, call 800-525-4032. Ask the Tech with Alex Snicker.
ask the tech. He'd be like,
Don't ask the tech.
If-
You're asking the guy with like the caveman with a lighter.
if someone calls with some kind of technical question, he'll be like, yeah, dude, like, you need to speak English. Like, I don't even know what you're saying.
No idea what you're saying.
See, I didn't even know how to react when Alex was so impressed with switching to Outlook because most people are impressed when they switched off of Outlook.
No, he told everyone all day, switched to Outlook today, all my email accounts.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of looked at him like, congratulations, I guess.
Yeah. Everybody's going, well, welcome to 1993.
Well, I just saved a bunch of money on my card surge by switching to Geico.
I have a Fruitopia cap.
You know what? I don't like you guys anymore.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
It's always nice to be around you people. Oh,
Bunch of yes people.
Got you goddamn yes.
So what is actually the point of this program? This is my first time tuning in to Off the Rails. Is there like a format? Is there like a game plan? So what are you guys talking about?
I don't know. You tell us. What are we talking about?
I mean, here's the thing, man. It's just like whatever's going on. I mean, here's the thing. What we try to do is to get off of politics. So we may go movies.
Which doesn't ever happen.
No, we went movies for a while. We're gonna go movies again tonight. TV
Oh,
shows.
gosh.
We're gonna go TV shows. We go music. You know,
You know
'cause
why
we
they
start off
bring
with
up-
Pantera.
They bring up, Adrian, what happens is if I start talking a little too much, they bring up movies so that I just have to shut up.
It's not really actually how it goes down.
Shut up, Donnie. You're out of your element.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
See, part of it is she sounds so much smarter than us on Fridays because we're talking about politics. So on Wednesday we talk about anything but politics. So we sound
Well, we
smarter
tried
than her.
to. We tried to, but then it doesn't even work, though, even then.
Or they'll pick music, which of course everyone knows is my other weak point. So they talk music and movies and TV shows.
Oh.
And so I actually sit for about the show is about 2 hours.
2.5.
So for 90 minutes of it, I sit and say nothing.
Well, hold on a second. We actually took a call before Mr. Meadowcroft
Yes.
actually was having
He was
a
our first
libertarian.
caller.
Yeah, he had two libertarian dilemmas at the same time. The first libertarian dilemma is that he had a band that was playing at a house across the street
And it's
from his
late.
house.
It's like 11 o'clock.
And it's like 11 o'clock, and he didn't know what to do. So
He was asking us if he should call the police.
yeah, he asked if he should call the police, right? But while we're in conversation with him, and I don't think he was going to call the police. He just had a dilemma. He wanted to know what to do here. And so we said, try to come up with a peaceful resolution if possible. Oh, and then also you can use the threat, but like somebody else is going to call.
Yeah.
Look, you guys keep this up. The cops are going to come and take a look at this. They will beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You know?
So while he's on the phone with us asking if he should call the police show up.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh man, the police are there. I think I should go film them in case the guy's in trouble."
So he went cop watching immediately after.
First, he's going to call the cops on him. Then, when the cops show up before, which there you go, leave it to a libertarian. The cops show up while we're still debating. Should we even call the cops here?
Oh man, I gotta let you guys go. I gotta film these cops.
That was a very entertaining call.
That was awesome. That was probably the best moment of this show so far.
Yes, that was the best moment of the show so far. The rest of it hasn't even been remotely that good.
And now he actually.
Well, no, I actually enjoy it, but I don't think it's enjoyable radio.
Fun for
anyone
us,
else. But we actually saw him tonight, and as soon as we saw him, we started laughing. We're like, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah. So, how was your evening, sir? Is he still there?
Who, me?
Yeah, Adrian.
Oh, actually, I was just listening to the show. I forgot I was still a caller at this point. My evening was interesting, and that's about all I'm going to leave it. But to get you started on movies, sat down night before last, I think, and had a family movie night and watched World War Z.
What'd you think about that?
Have you guys seen that yet?
Haven't
Not
seen
yet.
it yet. What was your take on this?
Oh God, it just painful to watch. Actually,
I mean,
Yeah.
was it painful to watch because it wasn't exciting?
yeah, it was like take a zombie movie, politicize it, and throw in Brad Pitt, and pretty much that's World War Z. And it's not even a good zombie movie. So if you're at the Red Box and trying to decide on that one, I would recommend giving that one a pass.
Wow, you're saying this thing ain't even Redbox worthy
Wait,
though.
wait.
Like that's a whole different level of sucky.
This is funny because we always talk about politics and we're always talking about how once government gets involved, they just ruin everything. Government ruined the movie.
Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll tell you this, Adrian. My wife is going to have one question about this movie. Does Brad Pitt's shirt come off in this movie?
I don't recall. I don't think so. No.
He's not
Okay.
really the shirt taken off dude anymore. I don't think.
Probably not.
Like you don't have to do that stuff. He gets
No.
paid too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
it's basically Brad Pitt surviving several things that no human would ever be able to survive.
So it's Hollywood using Brad Pitt to cash in on the zombie movie fad.
Yeah, and doing so poorly. I mean, you can do a zombie movie the right way, and these were actually the fast-moving zombies, which I do prefer, like a la 28 Days Later.
Yes.
But it just wasn't done well. There was no fear. There was no, certainly no empathy for the characters, and I was kind of rooting for the zombies by midway through.
Nice.
You started rooting for the zombies midway through.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
So if you focused,
Not
if you
to
went
mention,
there,
Brad
just,
Pitt worked for the UN, so
That's never a
that
good
was
thing.
another thing I kept hoping he would get eaten.
yeah. You know what? I got to tell you, I really do believe that Hollywood is paying these people to do these kinds of movies.
Oh yeah, like Argo.
I mean, not Hollywood. I think that either
Well,
special interest or the government. I think the government directly actually is as well.
Yeah.
But like they're paying them to do this shit. These shit fucking movies. Sorry. Oh, I was just 1 minute before I messed up.
What?
Yeah, I can't.
I said the first 30 minutes I wasn't going to curse.
Oh.
So sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, what? Do you have like a time limit for that?
Well, no, I just fucking. We talked a little bit in the beginning. We thought the kids were going to be listening by this time, and so we're like, all right, kids from 10, 30, 11, we won't curse, and you can listen to us for half an hour. But then you got to go to bed.
It just hit 11 o'clock.
And
Yeah,
it
just
hit
hit
11
11.
o'clock. And
Well, my
Alex
clock
has
says
already dropped
10:59.
3 F-bombs.
Yeah. So. Oh, somebody
Oh my-
is somebody
somebody
else
else is
calling?
Oh, my God.
I can't even believe we have 2 listeners. It's
Do we actually
amazing.
ditch Adrian for another call?
Hold on, Adrian, are you still on?
Yeah, I'm still here, but you can dump me taking a
No, hold
call.
on. Can we take both at
Can
the
we
same
get-
time, or do we have to dump Adrian?
Well, let's ask Adrian. Adrian? Oh.
Yeah, hold on. We got to find out.
When we go
hey,
on
Adrian, do you
to
think the
You
technology
guys
allows
should
for?
have to hang up on me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do we have to hang up on Adrian? You can't make it like a 3-way
No,
call or
that's
something?
all right. No, take a call.
All right, hang up on Adrian. He said.
Hang up on
All right, sorry,
Adrian.
Adrian, but I don't even know who
Hang
else
up
it is
on me
though.
now? You bastard.
You knew he was gonna do that shit, man. You knew it.
Did he hang up on you?
I don't know if
I
he
don't
hung up or
know.
not.
He's just gone.
Oh.
I like the little bubbles though that played, like. Dip, 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 dip.
That's the advantage of Skype.
bubble. Oh,
Courtesy of Refresh Telecom.
I lost.
Oh, you lost the caller? Oh, damn. Call back.
Call back.
Call back on the Refresh Telecom
Call back.
lines at 1-800-525-4032.
I think I know who it was.
I know
1-800.
exactly who it was, but I answered the phone. And
I have
I'm,
no.
I'm
I still have
sorry.
no idea who it is.
I know exactly who it was.
I'm sure the caller will call back.
Here we go. Let's jam the phone lines. Everybody who's listening, call.
No.
It's toll free 1-800-525-4032.
It's already been done. What are you doing? It's already been
I
done.
know it only took 2 people.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
there he
boom.
goes.
Nope. What day is it?
So
Off the rails.
do you know who it is?
I have no idea.
I know who
Yeah.
it is.
I did lose you. Hold on. I got you this time.
I don't know. We'll see. You guys aren't telling me. How did you guys both know? And I
Because
didn't
I
know?
have it up here. I'm on the chat.
Oh,
and
I'm not
someone
on the chat. I'm a-
someone asked
yeah.
me for the number.
Oh. Oh yeah, you should put the number in there. That's a good
I
idea.
did. I said the Refresh Telecom line.
Oh, I got you. Oh, here we go.
Oop, here we
We're bringing
go.
it in. Who's the caller? Who's the caller?
Well, I could.
Hey guys.
Oh, it's oh. Hey, what's up, Karina?
What's up, Karina?
Hey, I heard you guys were talking about a movie, but have you seen the new Sherlock Holmes show on Fox?
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, it's pretty funny that it's kind of weird, funny in a sick way. But one of the scenes, he's riding in the cop car, and he wakes up like 250 years later in present day time. And he's looking at the receipt, and he says, 10% sales tax. We had a revolution for 2%. And I'm like, oh my God, that's kind of funny.
What show was that? And that's on Fox. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah, their job, you know, he's fighting the headless horseman and everything, so it's kind of fun.
They took
It's
the Headless
not politics.
Horseman and Sherlock Holmes and brought it to present day time to hash
Yeah.
out the same battle, though, like the same Sherlock Holmes against this.
Yeah. Oh no, not Sherlock Holmes. I'm sorry, Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow.
Well, that makes a little more sense.
Little bit of a
Yeah, that was a little bit. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's been a long week already.
Yeah, It's Wednesday night, though.
That's all right. Karina's a busy woman. We can
Yeah.
give her a pass on that.
I want to know what she's smoking. That's pretty good.
We're just smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo.
She's all seeing like, Sherlock Holmes in the middle of TV shows.
Is this a real show? This is a real show, though, right? Like, you didn't just hallucinate this, did you?
No, it is a real show. It's Sleepy Hollow. It's on Fox.
I actually think you're right. I think I remember hearing about it, actually.
Yeah.
So
Well, when she said the Sleepy Hollow, I was like, yes, I did see that.
I didn't see the show, but I heard about it.
I didn't hear about the Sherlock Holmes
I
one,
was like,
though.
wait a minute, Sherlock Holmes with a headless horseman.
I feel bad because I actually did miss that Revolution show.
We did miss Revolution tonight.
And even though
I'm so
that's
upset.
even though at certain parts that's total propaganda.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, it
really, like the end of the last. I won't tell you what happened, but
Yeah, I didn't see last
you,
season.
so
yeah.
you don't even know what happened, right?
No.
Okay, I ain't gonna
Okay,
say
well,
nothing
no.
to you, but wow, like really, come on.
I did catch Marvel Agents of Shield last
That
night.
I did
though,
not see
and
that.
That was
How do they
cool.
bring the guy back?
Well, it's I think there's more to tell to the story, but basically they saved his life. Like he was dead for a few seconds, and they brought him back to life. But I think there's more to it that we're gonna get as the series goes on.
I gotcha. He's gonna be the main character, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. The one thing I didn't like about it is he's got a lot of wisecracks in the show, which he had in the movie, but it was sparingly, and that's why it worked, because he was very straight laced and serious, a serious government agent, but every once in a while he had a funny wisecrack, and in the show he was wisecracking a lot more. But
Nice.
But other than that, I mean that didn't make me go, oh, this sucks. I mean, it was just more than I expected.
Yeah.
But other than that,
so what else you got going on over there, Karina?
Well, we've got the meeting tomorrow night. I'm just hoping to get bodies in the seats.
Oh yeah,
Is that
for Karen Ephron.
Karen Ephron.
That's the Libertarian
Yeah.
Party of Pinellas County meeting at the
Yes.
Daytech Center.
Yes.
It's like
on
7
49th
o'clock.
Street.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, right?
Behind-
7 o'clock, right?
It starts at 6.
Oh, 6.
We're gonna have like
6.
homemade beef stew and for donations, and then the meeting starts at 7. Yes.
Good times.
And that's at the Daytech Center on
49th
49th Street,
Street.
behind the Quaker Steak and Lube.
Yes.
Which is a nice
Thank
place
you,
to eat, by the
guys.
way. Which is a nice place to eat,
Thank
by
you,
the way.
Karina.
Yeah, thank you, Karina. Yeah, no, it's amazing. I like the Quaker steak.
Yeah.
Every time we have a meeting, there's always a car show going on there, though. I just think they have actually car show goes on 5 days a week.
Yeah, there's always a car show or bike night or something going on.
Yeah, there's always something. Like, whenever we pull up, it's always like, oh, there's something special going on there. It's not special if you do it every night.
Right.
I think different groups do it on different nights.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's not a special event if you do it every night. It becomes unspecial.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It becomes
I
just a
guess-
Tuesday.
I hear you.
But it's a Motorhead kind of
Yeah,
place.
the dudes that are doing that are into that.
My wife grew up like down the street from the original Quaker Steak and Lube up in Sharon, PA, and it is a garage converted into a restaurant, and that's
Right.
why it's themed that way. So it's a car themed restaurant. So car shows every night isn't.
Yeah.
Well,
absurd.
and I grew up in this area in Bisburger. I don't know if you guys know where that is.
I
They
love
used to have car
Bitburger.
shows there all the time.
Yes, they still do. I
Well-
love Biff Burger.
Yeah.
You know, we were at, what was the name of the city that we were at?
What's the story?
Wait, tell me
Some
what.
context, please.
A restaurant that was a converted garage in
Oh,
the middle of Florida.
we were in Frostproof.
Frostproof. What was that road? It was like it's like the major it is a major intersection
I
actually.
don't know. It's like
I
7.
mean, it's a very small intersection, but as you're looking at Florida on a map, it's a major intersection, like in the middle of nowhere.
And
It's
you
like-
get there, and it's a flashing
Like-
yellow.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, Adrian had an event there, and we went to this place, and it was a converted. It used to be a garage, and they converted the whole thing though
Into a
inside out, made the
Yeah.
whole thing on it, and it was cool. It was
Oh, it was
really
so cool.
Like they really made it really like I wouldn't expect the place to look like this in the middle of nowhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it was kind of nouveau.
Yeah,
like,
it
they
was
nouveaued it up.
It was very artsy,
Yeah, it was a little artsy,
so like, and they had
Artsy
this,
and fartsy?
not fartsy,
not
artsy,
so much fartsy.
but very simple and clean though.
Yeah, like really, really clean, like very modern lines and
And then
everything.
they had all the trees and stuff, or
Yeah.
all the little pots and stuff out there
Outside,
Like
yeah.
they took, you know what you feed. This is funny. You know what you feed cows in, or I think
The
you
feeding
feed
troughs.
A trough?
like the
Yeah.
big metal
The
feeding
metal
troughs.
troughs.
They took those and then put flowers and little trees and stuff
Made 'em into planters.
inside of those things
Okay.
and made them huge
No,
planters.
this is a funny story. Now we're looking at these big feed troughs that have trees and like plants coming out of them, and Alex turns to me and says, "Do you think we could do like some? Do you think we could get like those and like plant stuff in it? Do you think that would work?" And I'm like, "Well, you're looking at it with plants growing from it,
I don't
so
think
I
anybody-
think it would be
Wow.
okay."
You know,
I don't
here's
think
the
anybody's
thing.
ever
Out
managed
of
that.
all the 3 hours of all the time that we were there, like that's the story though, right? You know?
Because
Right.
you brought up the planters.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Oh, hey, another good idea is to use, I learned this on one of the gardening sites. You can go get gutter and you hang it on your fence for people that don't have a lot of room, and you hang it like at an angle, and you can plant your garden in the gutter.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to do it as well. That
Like,
actually, is a
I
good
get
way
my
to do it.
food from the gutter.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Karina.
If it tastes well, go with it. If it's fresh,
Well, I'm having a ball listening to you guys. I like this time period. It's my third shift. You know, I'm a third shifter, so.
Third shifters, you
Excellent. I'm glad we've always got Karina listening, if nothing else.
We get one listener. We always know we have one.
We promote nothing.
Yeah, we really do a horrible job of promoting.
We promote.
Like,
not tonight though. Tonight I actually did put it up.
It's like
but
an
I didn't go
hour-
back to my page and unlock it though.
an hour
Happens
before the
every
show, we
time.
go, "Oh crap! We didn't tell anyone all week that the show's coming on."
I know.
You know what? Then we do the same thing. But here's the thing: I mean, find out at 10:30, man. You know what? Find out yourself. Find it.
I bet more people find the show stumbling along on Ustream.
That's
than
fine. That's who I want to see. Hey, we'll keep
actually
it.
get
Look,
in here.
man. This show ain't. This show's just to have just to do something on Wednesday, man. It's a good time.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We put it out. It's fun. I think people will enjoy it. Be honest with you, if they heard it. But it's not about anything. It's like Seinfeld, man.
Yeah.
It's about
It's a
nothing.
show about
It's
nothing.
It's a show about nothing, man. No specific topic. We're just talking about whatever. You know?
Yeah. So everybody who
We
is listening.
have several other listeners. Well, I say several like it's well, obviously we had Adrian. Also, say hello to Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
And Brian.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Excellent.
Brian and Matt and Karina and
It's like
and
be honest with you, this is a glorified conference call.
for a small time we had
How about that?
Adrian.
Here's this: a glorified conference call, but you call if you want to call in. You know.
You can call in. And the Refresh Telecom number is 1-800-525-4032. And this
That's
is funny.
1-800-525.
We only have like three.
Exactly. Got to say it twice.
Yeah. We only have like 3 listeners. But we've gotten more phone calls tonight than we normally get on the Friday show.
That's true.
That's
Nobody
true.
calls on Friday.
That's because some of us are sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
Karina's sleeping. She catches the podcast later.
Yes.
time.
I do.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, the Friday one's a good one though. I mean, it all depends. There's a lot of stuff going on there's a lot of stuff going on that I really do want to talk about tonight that I'm not gonna because I want to talk about it on Friday. Like I'll wait another day and a half. Nothing's gonna. You know, it's all already happened and over and done with most of it anyway.
But you know, like, why can't we talk about like the funny stuff that we read?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, the funny stuff. Oh.
You know, like the funny, like today when we're at this meeting tonight, and we're talking about healthcare insurance and things like that because everybody's got Obamacare on the mind, you know, because of all the stuff going on, and someone was telling us a story of, you know, how basically he was told that everybody has to have maternity coverage, and one of the other people at the meeting is an insurance person. They said, yeah, it's not gender specific. And when you hear that, you're like, whatever, like, you know, it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. Because I'd heard that before, that maternity coverage wasn't gender specific. And I was thinking the gender of the child. But no. What it means is that every single person has to have maternity coverage, even men.
Wow.
Yep. It's all the same price, man.
In case I get knocked up.
Right? So, Greg, you'll be happy to know, in case you ever get knocked up, your insurance will have to cover it.
Yes.
Although you are paying for that coverage, so if you don't get knocked up, and I'm got a pretty good hunch that you won't.
I'm guessing that's not going to happen. That would hurt with my equipment, quite honestly.
So I just thought that was interesting and funny.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you something. Look, I know this is way off subject, by the way.
Are you
It's off the
Facebooking?
rails.
No,
He's
I'm not. No, I'm in Politico actually. Did you know that Savage? You know Michael Savage.
Michael Savage.
Right? You know who he is, Savage Nation. Do you know that? You know how like Hannity is leaving.
Oh my gosh,
another call?
caller!
Are you
Another
kidding me?
caller. Uh-oh. All right, Karina.
Hold on,
We gotta hang up on
we gotta
you,
hang up
Karina.
on you too. Damn it! All right, see you later, Karina.
Bye, Karina.
Oh. All right, hang on. All right, we're going
This
to
is
the next
so
one.
funny.
I'll tell you the story though.
Okay.
Okay, you know how Hannity got knocked off of Cumulus. Like
Right.
Cumulus Media had Hannity's show on in all these different places around the country,
Right.
right? Well, they split up, so they're gone. They've parted ways. It doesn't seem like it's anything bad. Like
Right.
they just split up or whatever. They're putting Savage in on the same time slot to compete with Hannity.
That's funny.
Wow. I don't know what that's going to do to the two of those shows.
I don't know.
That's a weird
Well,
deal.
I think it's going to split a lot of the viewers.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, the listeners.
I think in a weird way, because I've listened to both of them, I actually think that Savage is going to be passive aggressive, and Hannity is going to almost ignore it,
Maybe.
except
We
for
do
he'll
have
blow up
another
once or
caller.
twice. Oh, you know, I'm sorry, caller, go ahead. You're on. I have no
Heather
idea who
from
these people are.
Clearwater.
Heather from Clearwater.
No, y'all decided to take this serious again.
I know.
Oh, you want us to go back somewhere else?
You actually had something to say. I was calling just to let you, feel better about the fact that you have more listeners than you think you do.
That's amazing.
Well,
I appreciate you.
that is
listening, by the way.
amazing.
We have no idea. Have no earthly idea. Like for Wednesday, we're not even keeping track
Because
of nothing.
I actually keep typing into the chat, and then it just disappears after I type it.
Okay, because I'm not seeing.
Oh, why does it do that?
I don't
Why
no
does
idea.
it do that? That's not very nice of it.
I don't know, but the last time you said hi to me twice in chat, because she wasn't there, but then you ignored me every time I said hi back.
Ah, crap. I'm sorry. Please take no offense to
Your
this.
customer service really sucks.
You know what? I gotta go with you. I gotta agree with you.
We got our third caller in the same show, which is like a record for us, and she's heckling Alex. This is awesome.
That's great. No, you know what? I deserve it. I'm bad.
No,
I don't watch it though.
I do take care of the chat because Alex is notoriously bad because he runs off on a tangent and then all of a sudden he's like, oh wait, there's a chat here, and by that time we're off the air.
Like, to be honest with you, if you really want to be able to get though, I would tell you probably Facebook is probably the best way
to get to Alex.
Because I'll
yeah.
see that if I'm going back and forth because I'm looking for stuff sometimes. So, like, Facebook's a good way to look for stuff, to be honest with you. So, how are you doing, Heather? Go ahead. Do you have something you wanted to add to the program? Please take us where you want us to go.
I have a broken toe. I think we should all talk about my broken toe.
Your broken toe?
How did you break your toe?
How did you break your toe, though?
I don't know. My 4-year-old beats me.
Ow! with like a mallet?
Children, they're really, really dangerous things. I don't know if you have them or not.
I have
but if
one.
Not,
I have
you
one.
Really think twice about it.
Yeah, I have one. He's 5. He's
Well,
actually a sweet
you
little
have
boy, but
one?
he's a maniac. Yeah, I have only one though. I'm nowhere near courageous enough to have any more than that.
Oh yeah, no. Because when you have one and you say, "Who did this? Who broke this?" If they say, "I don't know," or you know that you know who did it, you're not really a parent unless you have 2 of them, because otherwise they'll lie to you. And
Yeah.
if they lie to you and they tell you that someone else is doing it, then you have larger problems than just the broken lamp.
Yeah, that's a good point. by the
That
way.
is true.
Actually, is a very good point. It is actually kind of funny. Yeah. We know who did it most of the time. Actually, I'll tell you, this guy is pretty good, though. He still gets me to question myself, though. Like, maybe I did do it. Maybe I did do it. I don't know for sure.
All of a sudden, Alex will turn around and be like, well, did you see me break it, Danielle? Like, well, let's ask Kelly. Maybe someone else broke it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We're the only people who live here.
And Mikey's walking back to his room. Ace that one.
That was easy.
Kid knows what he's doing.
Although
too,
my kids do spend part-time here, too. So there are other times where we do actually have a house full of kids.
yeah, but the other ones are old enough that they're not going to do that, though.
No, you're right. My kids are really quiet and just like they don't really touch much of anything.
So back to the broken toe though. Like, so was it accumulation of hits that caused it? Did he get a mallet for a little while? I mean, how did the toe break though?
No, it's that whole, standing right in between my legs like a chihuahua or a cat or something, and then tripping me, and then you either have a choice to land on your child or destroy yourself and rip your toe off. So I'm a good mom, so I ripped my toe off.
Yeah, door B sucks, man, but you got to take door B in that situation.
Yeah.
Though. You know what? Later on, though, you'll get them back for that, though. Another 10, 15, 20 years, you got it.
You always say that.
No. Look, I know that's how I did. My parents did to me, and it's just the way it works.
You're going to feel a whole lot better about this when you're showing his prom date pictures of him at 3 in the bathtub.
That's like the revenge. Like, you'll get your revenge. You got to see this kid when he was
I
a baby.
have pictures of him in poop.
Yeah, that's what you do.
There you go.
Now,
That's
she's
gonna
really
be your
good.
payback.
Hold on, though. I will say this: if it's, is it a boy or a little boy or a little girl?
It's a little boy.
It's a little boy. If he does bring home at like 17 though, and brings home like a really really hot woman, like don't do it to him then though. You know what I'm saying? Like don't ruin his chance then either though.
Embarrass
I
him when
have a
he's jumping on
broken
the
toe.
computer.
Did you not catch up?
No, I did.
It's like a broken bone.
Oh, I did, but I know, but they give you joy as the sunshine like 5 minutes left.
No, you know what? This is because you're a guy.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anything else you want?
This is all I get as a parent, as like payback, is showing embarrassing pictures of his childhood.
And that's
So-
good. No, and you have every right to do that. I think and it actually is kind of a fun time.
Well, what she's saying is that's all she gets for vengeance. What else do parents
What
get
can
for
they do?
vengeance? Well, we put the curse on them.
Are you gonna make
I
them-
hope you
you gonna
have
make
one
them-
just like
you
yourself.
can make them-
Well,
you can make 'em
and that
sweat.
always happens. Like
Nah, you
you
can make 'em
always
sweat.
you always end up with one just like you.
You make them sweat.
So
you
then
can make them sweat.
like your parents get to laugh at you because it's like, oh yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks, doesn't it? Because it sucked when you did it.
How many times you go back to your parents asking for help, man? Make them sweat it out. Don't just give it to them. Make them sweat. Just my
Yeah,
opinion.
they like to go, I don't know what to tell you, and my mom likes to wait for him to get into full-blown tantrum mode and then say, here's a cookie.
Oh, yeah, that's helpful.
That's
Sugars them
you know.
up.
Be honest with you. Hey, when you were a
Yeah,
kid, were
honey,
you
here's
were,
a cookie.
hold on? When you were a kid, were you held to your parents though?
What?
When I was growing up, what?
Like, were you held with your parents? Like when I was a kid, I was held
did
by
you
parents.
give your
I was,
parents hell?
I was absolute awful. My brother and I tried to drown each other, cut each other open with swords, shot each other up with BB guns. Like it was, yeah.
It actually looks like you're the
it was
victim of
bad
parental
times.
revenge on this one. You actually are the victim of parental revenge here. Shake the kid up, give him a cookie, watch him go. You know what I mean? It's passive aggressive.
It's like
you know,
winding
I
up
hear
the
ya.
toy.
But that's what it is. You want to know what the revenge is going to be? You're witnessing the chain right now. That's passive aggressive. You know.
Mom's going, oh yeah, you like that sword play? Let's
Here
wind
we
them
go.
up.
There we go.
Here's a cookie and a Monster Energy drink.
Game time. And they're probably high-fiving behind your back and shit. They're just like, yeah, we got her. Yeah.
I don't know
Remember that
why.
time she snuck out? Remember that time she snuck out? We got her.
I don't know why he likes
Yeah.
coffee so much.
Yeah, remember that time when you told me at 11 o'clock at night that you were going to go feed the horses, and instead you went out to the bottom of the driveway to meet the boys and stuff?
Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
payback.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My mom.
Now she's
Yeah,
eating
they
her sun
mad-
cookies.
you-
You can't even be mad at them because they're playing the game. You know what I mean? They're playing by the rules.
Don't hate the player, hate the
Yeah,
game.
you can't hate the player. Got to hate the game on this one.
Oh gosh, I can't wait till Mikey's older and I can say this to you.
Yeah. I know. So what else is going on, Heather? How are you doing tonight? Are you doing good?
Well, she's got a broken toe.
Well, no, I'm sorry. No. Are you doing good though?
I
Like,
have
are
a
you
broken toe.
other than
Well,
other
I'm a
than the
little
broken
pissed
toe?
at your chat because it keeps just it says I'm not special, and so it just like rejects my comments.
Well, you
But
know what?
they show up, and then they disappear a couple minutes later.
Well, that sucks.
It's weird.
That does. 'cause
Well, I got to
I'm
tell you,
actually
hold on.
on
It's
here
it's facebook.com/alexander.snicker. If you go there, if you hit friend request, I'll friend it back. That's the best way to do it.
Actually, you
let
just
me
friend
prove
requested me
myself.
last
And,
week.
oh,
You
there you
just-
go. Well, then just message me. There you go. It's right here. It's open. I'm looking at the screen right now. It says ban the cams on top. I like that. You know, I wish I could find a better ban the cams one. To be honest,
I know
with
they
you,
don't
though.
have a better one. We need to talk to Henry about that.
When I ask him if
But-
he's over there Facebooking, I'm not joking.
Oh yeah, like
I
everyone
don't
thinks
do
it's
anything. No, I'm not talking to anybody.
everyone thinks it's a joke when we're like, oh, he's just over there playing on Facebook. It is the God honest truth. He's over there playing on Facebook.
I'm not playing. Look,
Alex.
I might have to find something here, and it's on there. But I found the article on
But it's
Politico.
my Kindle. I can only do one thing at a time. I can't watch the show and stalk him on Facebook. It's one or the other.
That sucks. That does suck. You know
But
what, man?
did you hear
gotta
what she
find
said?
something
She is a
multitask.
self-proclaimed Facebook stalker.
It happens though. I think we all are in some way or
No,
another.
totally we are.
Everybody is, because you don't go and look at photo albums of other people because they're there.
I do
You
all
know,
the time.
and like everybody else, man. I still like pictures. You know, that's why pictures get more hits on Facebook by like 10 times because people love pictures. That's the society we are. I'm a contributor to it as much as anybody else is. So I'm with you there, Heather.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna y'all get the smoke inside. I have to go outside to do it, so I'm gonna go do that now. And I'm gonna take my Kindle with me, and I'm gonna keep watching y'all. And just know that you have a larger audience than you think that you do.
I
Well, thank you,
appreciate
Heather.
the knowledge. I won't let it go to my head. I promise.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
It went to your head as soon as she called in.
Come on! I can't get any respect around. I felt like you're Rodney Dangerfield for Pete's sake. Can't get no respect. No respect. No respect. Hey, so
Love you guys.
have a
Bye.
good evening.
Bye, Heather.
Oh,
Thank
you.
Thanks, Heather, for calling. Look, I think Heather likes this show and not even the other show. You know what I mean? Like this probably show might fit. I don't know. We'll find out later on. But
When she gets you on Facebook.
Friday. No, she already did. She said.
No. When she messages you on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Once the real stalking begins.
You know what the problem is? Here's the thing. I talk to anybody who wants to talk to me, though.
He will.
I don't care.
You know
what? If somebody wants to talk to you, you should talk to them.
Wait.
Yeah.
You know those accounts that are fake, and you know they're fake, like when they message you and they're like, "Hi,
Fully.
darling, how are you?" You know, he will keep them going.
He's like, hey, baby, nice pic.
And he'll
No, I
keep-
don't. No, I don't.
No,
say
he
that at all.
doesn't. He doesn't.
No, I
do
don't say
that.
anything positive whatsoever.
No, it's just like, "Hello, how are you?" And then and he will just keep them going, and they're like, well, I would really love to come visit you, and he's like, Florida is very nice.
It's very nice this time.
We have lots of beaches. Like,
I want to see for the give me $5,000 part. Like, it's
Right.
always funny.
He
Like, I like
waits till
watching the
the-
game till you get to the $5,000 part. And then as soon as that happens, I defriend him and I block him.
yeah, but he'll keep going. He thinks
Well,
it's
I
fun.
might even inquire once. I'm like, I ain't got $5,000 to give you.
Yeah, you have done that a couple
Yeah,
times.
I've done that a couple times. Just see how far. Like, what's the rebuttals?
Right.
I actually like to know the whole Facebook game rebuttals when it comes to women supposedly from other countries that want money to bring you back to America.
It is
you know?
so funny because a lot of times because they'll ask you, like, are you single? And he'll say, no, I'm married. And then they'll go, oh, I understand. That's really great. I'm looking for a great guy who will be, true and honest with me. So I'd like to come visit you.
They keep saying that stuff. I'm like, oh, good luck with that.
He does. He's like, well, someday you'll find someone.
Yeah.
Here, why don't you call the show Wednesday night at 11 p.m. at 1-800-525-4032?
Wow. Probably some voice deeper than mine. Yeah, this is Zinni. You never did bring me back to America. Bastard. I loved you.
We had something real. We had something special.
I thought it was
And you threw it all
serious.
away.
This is crap.
You're toying with my emotions.
I love to watch it too because I'm always like, come on, don't waste your time on that. But then I get sucked in.
like a soap opera.
Because like I'm watching it, and within like 3.5 minutes, they're like, "I love you. I know we have something real together." And you're like, "What are you
It's
talking
the funniest
about?"
thing you've ever seen. It's, it's almost, I'll tell you what it's like. It's like a stripper.
As long as you keep feeding her ones, she sticks around. As soon as you stop feeding her ones, she disappears. Where'd she go?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it's like.
But I love to see the progression to like, hello, how are you? And like within 4 messages back and forth, it's like, I think I'm in love with you.
Dude, you know when that actually first, when that first started happening was during the campaign.
And
Well.
when you would get that.
And I would think it was a trap. So I would play
It's
like
a
I
trap.
thought it was a trap. It's a trap.
Danger,
So
danger.
even from the beginning, I was like, no, there's no way that's real. It's got to be wrong. It's like, I literally have won like $300 trillion. Like, I didn't know if you guys do this.
And
or
I
not.
may have already won the Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah,
sweepstakes.
I think I think they're counting this whole thing wrong. Like, I am the richest person in the world, obviously, because I have more money than I think that there's money out there.
I've got more Nigerian royalty coming after me than anybody.
Like, I don't remember when any of my family was in Nigeria, to be honest with you. But I got uncles, cousins, all kinds of people.
I always, whenever I'm feeling really broke, I just hit my spam folder and start reading through there. And I realize that I am a multi-trillionaire. But on the flip side, I've also had 97 relatives die in the last month.
There's an epidemic going on. Like, thanks for the warning. I'm going to the doctor.
It's so sad.
It's like, oh, my whole family's dead, but I'm a multi-trillionaire. But all those people that I've never met before and didn't realize they were, and especially because they pull your last name.
Right.
And so, and I always look at it because I was married, I'm divorced, and they'll say this person and they'll say my married last name, and I'm like, that ain't my family, go tell him.
Oh, hell. Maybe you can get a hold of him. I can't. Shit.
Yeah, this is out of control. Really is. I mean, it is funny. I mean, they have to work though because they keep coming.
Oh yeah, it must. I mean, it wouldn't. I
Like,
wouldn't
there's a
get
sucker
so many.
percentage
Yeah.
in those emails.
Like, I don't understand
Have you ever- oh, I'm sorry.
who falls for the "I'm in love with you" after 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's... If anybody thought it was real, I'd have to shake them. Like, no, don't do that. What's wrong? That's not real. You know?
You only said Florida is sunny. Like,
Florida is sunny. We have lots of nice beaches. I love you.
I love you. I think we have something real together. Like, what are you talking about? I talked about a palm tree in my front yard.
Please bring me to America.
Now, I have had some that actually have said hi, and then I said hi back, and then they never say anything. And then, like, a month later, they said hi, and I said hi back, and they didn't say anything. And then they'd go another month. And then by that time, then they'll actually start trying to engage in a conversation with you, like I'm in their tickler file or something.
You message them back. Tag, you're it.
Well, somebody says hi, say hi back. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's courtesy.
Didn't you get one where it was like, I haven't heard from you in a while?
Yeah. Like you knew me. Like, oh, hey,
It's
what's
amazing
going on?
because I haven't known who you are ever.
Woman I can't even pronounce what her name is in a country I have never been to. You know?
Could be the first clue why you haven't heard from me.
Yeah. Haven't spent a lot of summers in Thailand. You know? Ain't really been to the continent of Africa yet.
See, and girls get
Well, I was in Israel.
Yes, you
Closest.
were.
Oh.
And girls get the
Oh, what a conspiracy theory rumor that's going to be after that right there. He went to Israel. Alex Snicker went to Israel in 95.
I'm going to move the cam
was
over to
95.
Danielle until you let her talk.
Sorry, go ahead.
And now girls get a totally different type of spam in their Facebook messages. Like guys get the like, I'm in love with you and I will do all these crazy things for you, if you just bring me to America. And girls get the like, what are you wearing? Like, and I say this to you all the time. I'm like, why are guys so stupid? And I'm like, not you in particular, but why? Why? And I said this the other day to you, and you're like, what? And I'm like, do people think like I'm sitting here waiting for you to hit on me?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the same reason the emails work is the same reason those work. You know why? Because it's a law of averages.
What are you wearing? That's right.
Right? Because it's like all of a sudden it'll be like, I'd like to see pictures of you doing yoga. Like what?
I used to think that the naked picture of B. Arthur was fake until I actually saw the naked picture of B. Arthur. I don't know why that just came into my head, but that's all I could think of. Was B. Arthur naked?
Well, I'm sure once you see it, it's a difficult image to remove.
She was hot back in the day.
She was.
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe not hot, but B. Arthur. B. Arthur was a little bit of a looker back in the day.
Yes. Yes.
So I mean, back in the day was like the 40s, but I mean, hell, no, maybe it was even I think it was black and white.
Elizabeth Taylor in her time, she was.
Oh
smoking,
yeah, wow. And then went downhill real
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But hey, look, man, everybody's gonna go downhill. It just happens. It's life. Carpe diem, by the way.
Carpe noctem.
Seize the night.
That's right.
Ooh,
Because it is.
that was critical thinking right
11:32.
there. That was critical thinking.
I'm surprised how quickly you were on that, man. I'm proud.
I appreciate that. Well, I said carpe diem, which is seize the day, and so if you say that, it almost is like, oh, you're saying night. So
Oh yeah. Hey.
He just guessed.
I had a little math
You
on
did.
that one. No,
You
I
did.
didn't. I
It was,
didn't.
it was almost like Jeopardy. Kind of gave the answer in the question.
Did you form it in the phrase of a question?
Oh, hey, you know what you can play, by the way, though? It is in there.
What's that?
Is there any because we added a bunch of stuff, right?
Well, I took your hard drive off of here because it was.
But we put it on the computer, though.
You
Remember
put
we
the
made a
whole
folder?
hard drive on the computer?
No, I didn't put the whole hard drive on the computer. No, I just took a couple files out.
Oh, well, what?
Like comedy stuff, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Triumph the Install Comic Dog. I think we put some Carlin in there.
Oh,
You don't like any of that stuff?
no.
Really?
I like Carlin. That's about it.
We got some Carlin in there, I think. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
I gotta find it. Didn't you just throw it on?
There was a
the
folder,
desk?
though. That you said make a folder.
Yeah, I said make a folder named Alex and throw it in there, and I don't find it.
Oh.
And I saw you create it. I don't know what. Hold on. There it is. I found it.
What's in there, though? I mean, nothing too long, but it is 11:30. I mean, we only been on for an hour, actually.
Cinderella story.
Oh.
This unknown comes out of nowhere to lead the pack. At Augusta, he's on his final hole. He's about 455 yards away. He's going to hit about a 2-iron, I think. Well, he got all of that.
We got all of that.
The crowd is standing on its feet here at Augusta. The normally reserved Augusta crowd going wild
Cinderella boy.
for this young Cinderella He's come out of nowhere. He's got about 350 yards left. He's going to hit about a 5-iron, I expect, don't you think?
He went from like 250 back to 100 yards.
He got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here. He's a Cinderella boy. Tears in his eyes, I guess, as he lines up this last shot. He's got about 195 yards left, and looks like he's got about an 8-iron. This crowd has gone deadly silent. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now, about to become the Masters champion. It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole! It's in the hole! It's in the hole! Hey, young fella, I was hoping...
That's what she said.
Do you know the movie, by the way, Danielle?
No.
Oh, really?
She's Facebooking while we're sitting here.
No, I completely tuned you guys out.
Did you listen to-
no
did you-
part of that seemed funny to me whatsoever.
Oh, that really sucks.
And you have to see it. You have to.
Well, that's the thing is it's probably something that you have to see to even understand. Like, it's not, like, good radio because I have no idea what's going on.
That really was
you
a
know what
horrible
it is?
segment. That was
you know what? You will
masturbatory.
appreciate it much more if you watched it first than. Okay. It's
Yeah, I don't
Caddyshack,
have the
by way.
videos on the
and it's
right.
Bill Murray, and he's hitting
No,
flowers.
I knew I knew the voice. I knew it was Bill Murray, but to not know what they're doing because I'm not watching it, I
let me
have
paint the
no
picture for you
idea.
then. He's actually at a golf course in front of where the flower bed is.
She doesn't
And every
care.
swing was actually swinging at the flowers and killing a flower.
Instead of hitting a golf.
Oh, you know what? Knowing that beforehand would have made it slightly more humorous,
Oh.
But
sorry.
only slightly.
but only slightly.
You got a Kinnison shot there?
Oh, fuck, man. I'm having a great fucking time. This is too cool.
Me too.
Kinnison.
Well, we gotta talk about one more thing, I guess, huh? I want you to do me a favor. I want you to stop sending money to World Hunger Organization.
It's one of my favorite.
Well, I don't want to seem cruel, you know, but I'm an American, you know? You're just like you. I think we've done a lot. I think we pretty much fucking give out. You know, we give. And they fucking make these commercials to fuck with your head. You know, you're sitting at home, you're having a wonderful time, enjoying what the fuck you put together from scratch, on your own, in your own life. You turn on the television and they got this fucking 2-year-old, 3-inch waisted kids and they're going, and the voiceover's like, won't you please help? What kind of sick fucking bastard are you? How can you sit there in that air conditioned, fully heated home with an icebox and cupboard full of food in a country where you can eat 24 hours a day while little Haji pick up that fucking phone? Won't you please help, huh? Kind of sick fuck are you? You really try to guilt trip the shit out of him. It's like, hey, why don't you feed him? You're only 5 feet away! Why don't you give him one of your sandwiches you packed for the day, huh, Bob? Fucking commercials, man.
You know what, man? Sam Kinison was really one of the greatest, man. He
I
really
love
was.
Sam Kinison.
Did you ever listen to any Sam Kinison, Danielle? Do you ever listen to any comedy CDs? Like, did you ever listen to comedy as a kid? Because I know you weren't listening to music, but comedy wouldn't mess up your voice because you're just listening to people talking. If that was the case, you'd have to put earphones on all day long. Like, you had to walk around. You didn't walk around with earplugs, did you?
No. I did not walk around with earplugs, but
Comedy, yay or nay?
But think about it. Like when I was a kid, that's all cursing and everything. My parents would have never let me listen to that.
Yeah, but everybody heard every move for Raw, though. Like Bill Cosby himself. I mean, that was no curse words in that one at all.
No, I did. I heard those kind of things, but not like if it wasn't on a special on TV, I didn't hear. Like I didn't
Like, you
listen
didn't
to
hear
comedy
Sam Kinison.
CDs. Yeah, no.
I mean, Sam Kinison was on regular TV a couple times.
Yeah. He actually had I can't remember the name of it now. He had a TV show that he was on for a while.
Like when I was a kid, my parents worked like from morning till night, and we only saw them on Sunday. So I was a kid, but I also had to take care of my little sister. So she's 7 years younger than me. Whatever was on TV that she would watch was basically what I was watching. So it was a lot of children's TV shows because I had to cook her dinner and get her homework done and things like that. So there wasn't like a lot of time for me to sit down and do those things.
I got you. Okay, well, hey, look, fair enough, man, fair enough. But Kinison is great. Another one we talked about before. I think I talked with you about it. No, maybe not. Stanhope, Doug Stanhope.
Oh, I love Doug Stanhope.
Stanhope.
Wow.
Love Doug
Yeah.
Stanhope.
You
We
know
were
what,
listening to
man?
him the other night.
You want to talk about a guy that you know the one skit that he does, the one about give a man a fish and give a man a fish, eats for a day, teach him to fish, he's got to get a license, and like that whole skit right
The
there.
EPA comes
Yeah.
in because of the scales.
Like there's so much. Like that dude is so, like he's a. For all of our good features as libertarians and all of our bad features as libertarians, he embodies all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
in a
the
comedian,
good and the bad.
In a comedian, he embodies all of it.
Yes.
Because most of the time you go, what's the problem? Like the whole gay marriage thing as he does it. He's like, look, man, what do you care? Why do you want the government involved in that anyway?
You know what, baby? This shit we have is so good.
We gotta get
We can't just keep it between
government in on this
us.
shit.
Yeah. We can't just keep this between us, baby. We got to get the government involved.
We need lawyers and judges involved in
Yeah,
this
this
shit.
is good. Like when he explains it, though, anybody on either side of the issue is like, yeah, we shouldn't have the government involved in it at all. Like at the end of the day, I think everybody walking out of there actually agrees with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they become libertarians walking out, and then the next day they forgot.
Well, you know what?
Yes.
Look, I'll tell you what I think the biggest difference is in how they say it and how other people say it. And what I think is something, the libertarian viewpoint on it is that the government doesn't play a role in it whatsoever. So as long as you're not infringing on the rights of another, I could care less, right? But there are people that just biblically disagree with that stuff. Like they think it's wrong.
Right.
That's their business. I don't care.
You know what? They don't have to get into a marriage with a gay guy.
Yeah. And again, the government won't recognize any of them, so it's not like you're getting a special treatment. Everybody's getting treated equally under the law. And at the end of the day, that's really all you want, is for people to be treated equally under the law. But it doesn't mean I don't want to tell that person that you have to change the way that you think about it. Like, if that's what you think, I personally, that's just, again, if there is something, like if you're going to go to hell for that, I'm not the guy that's going to judge you for that shit. If there's a God, then he judges you for that. Not me. I ain't part of that deal.
The way the people who are against it end up supporting laws and the way it comes down just doesn't make sense to me. Because, like, when North Carolina passed the ban on gay marriage, now in North Carolina, it is legal to marry your cousin, just not your gay cousin. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's the shit that doesn't make sense.
And if you want to marry
me.
your cousin, man, I don't care about that either. I mean,
Right. I don't care whether you marry your cousin, whether it's your gay
here's
cousin.
the thing. Again, though, I don't know how you can even enforce something like that anyway. That's the thing. Like, look, if the reason you can't marry your cousin is because it's a bloodline thing, right?
Right.
But that means you got to be able to stop those two people from having sex.
Which
How are you
cannot
going to do that? You can't do that. That's not even feasibly possible. If those two people want to get it on, they're going to be able to get it on. And, odds are in certain states it's a little more than others, but, every state's probably got a little area where there's probably a little bit of
Well, I
going
think
on.
the ones
Whatever.
where I think the states where it's not illegal, you can safely say there's more of it going on there than in the other states.
I don't think your marital status should get you anything extra.
No,
No.
nothing.
Nothing.
And I don't think that single people should have to pay a higher tax rate because
No.
they're not married.
You're right. I don't
Well,
think
that's a
so.
punishment, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's, punishment for
It's
being
because they're
single.
social engineering is what it is, because they want people married and having kids. Now, don't get me wrong, that propagates the species, I guess, but do you think we weren't going to do that anyway?
Right.
You think sex was going to go out of style?
Right.
Like, nah, we don't like to do that anymore.
To be honest with you, you guys are screwing it up you guys are screwing it up with social engineering. You
Yeah.
ought to just get the hell out the way. We'd be prosperous enough and everybody would want to have kids.
Yeah.
Right now, you screwed the country up so bad, one's enough.
Well, that was
God forbid I'd bring two into this world that you got created right now, you bunch of bastards.
That was my whole thing. I didn't want to have children. My wife wanted to have kids. I didn't. I'm like, I don't want to bring a life into this fucked up world. I mean, people are so vile. Our government is so destructive. I mean, why would I want to bring a life into this and
Well, I wanted
damn
to
it to this existence?
I did want to bring one to, we do want to keep the battle going, though.
Well,
It's
not
we
that
both
I
were able to
regret
do
it.
that.
I have the child, and I certainly don't regret it. But that was my attitude before.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know, and
I'm with you on that.
either way, I still like the practicing.
Exactly. Man, it's a good time. I'm glad to hear that. Banthecams.org.
You don't know how to get out of that one, do you?
No idea.
You're like, this
I had to go to.
This is going to go
I gotta
to
go to
a
I gotta
bad
go to Facebook.
place
I gotta go
quick.
to Facebook. I gotta go to Facebook. Let me throw a link out there. Mess the whole thing up.
It's so funny. See, I'm like always throwing out the "that's what she said" joke all the time. You know?
Yeah, that's a good joke.
Well, it's a fun game for me to play. It entertains me. I don't care about the rest of you. But Friday was my birthday, and we went out to eat. And the manager came over and was like, "Everybody enjoy their meal, blah, blah, blah." And he was talking to us, and I was wearing my Jay and Silent Bob T-shirt, and he was like, "Oh, I love that shirt." And he's like, "Yeah, I actually went to their comic book store, you know." And he was talking about it. He's like, "It's so funny because it's so small, it's narrow, but it's deep." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what she said." He was speechless, and he was like, "Okay, well, you're the first table that's made me speechless tonight, and I'm gonna go now."
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
You know, I just realized there's 2 different chats on here.
There's the social stream, and then there's the
The
chat room.
I didn't realize that because it tells me how many people are signed into chat and how many people are watching, right? So, it tells me, and I'm like, where are all these people signed into chat if only I only see 2 people? And I just realized that if you go over here, there's actually more people.
So is who's talking right there? Say something back to him.
I just
Say hi.
did.
Oh,
They
you did?
asked me who Adrian liked for the email, and I said Adrian likes Gmail. And they said, I like Gmail.
Oh, so Tech Talk actually went to there.
Yeah,
There's,
well, to
there's
the
a
chat room,
There's
naturally.
a social
Where are the
stream.
people that know where that chat room is, I guess.
And then
I have
there's
no
the
idea
chat.
where that is. Not that it matters.
I know where it is. I don't mess with it. I have enough things to mess with.
No,
over
I
here.
do
That's
it.
true. That's true.
I stay on there, and and this is the funny thing is Alex can actually multitask much better than anyone I've ever seen on the radio. Like, we played poker on air one time, and this guy could keep track of like who was supposed to bet and all this, and talk about politics on the radio all at the same time. We're like, all of a sudden he'd be like, "It's your turn," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
You know what the problem? You know what the problem? I'll tell you what the problem is. You know what the problem is with this one? I have to see me at
It's
the same
Matt.
time.
It's Matt. That's what it is.
It's Matt.
He just
Well,
he
no,
must
it's
have heard.
not because it's Matt.
No. That's who I'm talking to on the chat. It's Matt.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We're in now. Everything that's happening now is happening now.
Now. Ain't that a
The
bitch?
now.
That's Spaceballs.
Oh, back to comedians, though.
I have
man.
no idea.
Back to comedians, though.
Why?
Stanhope.
No, I love Doug Stanhope.
Penn Jillette is another one.
Yes.
Love Penn Jillette. Everybody says I look like Penn Jillette.
A little bit. Well, mine is about a foot. And
Yeah, I'm a short Penn Jillette.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm a bit smaller Penn
there's
Jillette.
one picture of Alex when he had his hair grown out real long. And so he had it all slicked back for this event that we did in Tallahassee. And I was taking pictures. I was not supposed to be at this event, like, to do anything, but, take the pictures and be there to grab all their stuff and that. And so I took all these pictures of Alex and Adrian, but his hair was all slicked back. And someone commented on the picture and was like, "How the hell did you guys get Penn Jillette at that event?"
Because I had a 3-piece suit on, too.
Because he had the 3-piece suit on with his hair slicked back. And I was
It's a
like,
good picture, by the way. I think this is the one I use for my
you
Facebook.
do.
Yeah.
You use it for your Facebook. You use it for your
I
business
knew
cards
exactly
and
which
stuff.
one
Yeah.
you were talking about.
And it was so funny. I'm like, what? And I was like, oh, I guess he does look like Penn Jillette.
I wish I could grow keep my hair like that, to be honest with you.
No, I don't like it.
I love it.
I like it better short like
I
this.
like it. I like it. I'd like to keep going.
I mean, not that I get a vote, but if I did get a vote, I would like it shorter.
I grow mine long.
Yeah. Now, you do it for a reason, though.
I do it for a reason.
So that's a beautiful thing.
Well, what's the reason?
Oh, tell them the reason. Or tell them the reason.
I'm a hair farmer. I grow my hair out and donate it to Locks of Love.
Do you? That's nice.
He does it a lot, right?
Yeah,
No.
I've donated it probably 15 times.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
But a lot, though.
Yeah, my hair grows fast.
Yeah.
and I have a lot of it, so they do well off of my donations.
I went and just got a haircut, but I was actually, it had gotten so long that I thought about leaving it a little further and doing the Locks of Love, but it was getting so heavy on my head, I was getting migraines. So I did end up, just saying, okay, let's get it cut.
Whatever.
See, that's the thing. If you want to grow your hair out long, you just tell them that that's what you do, and nobody gives you a problem about it. Like if you want to grow your hair out long and your boss is giving you a hard time about it, just tell them, no, I'm going to donate it to Locks of Love.
Yeah.
And they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
and then just never do. Just keep growing it.
No, I would. I mean, if it grew
like
long enough,
Crystal
I would
Gale?
do that.
Just go all ZZ Top, and then when they ask you, when are you going to donate it? I'm not. I'm starting a Texas rock band.
You know I'm done. You know I'm done dealing with anything ever. Like I'm out when that happens. Like if you see it get to a certain point, you know I'm pretty much checked out.
He's done.
I'm Uruguay.
We're wrapping this up.
That's where I'm going.
Uruguay.
Go to Uruguay.
Uruguay. You know
That
they're
is-
about to make marijuana legal in Uruguay.
I'm not surprised.
So UN's giving them a hard time on that though.
Well, yeah.
Imagine that. The drug dealers that are running drugs and laundering the money are going to give people that want to just grow a little grass in their country a hard time.
Yeah, well, they're one of the many countries, us included, that's part of that international treaty that, that international drug treaty that's supposed to say, oh, well, we're never going to legalize
Yeah,
it.
tell that to California. Tell that to Oregon. Tell it to Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of states, buddy.
The Republic of California says
we're about
otherwise.
to finish this thing off, and if we get our way, we're going to take the UN out too. Just for the record.
Right.
Yeah, that governing body you got right there. Yeah, that's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man. I've gotten this way over time, I think. But I didn't ever like the UN, but I didn't hate the UN. Now I don't. Now I hate them. Like I don't want to do anything violent to them. I just want to throw them out. I want them gone though. Like I want you off of the soil.
Yeah, I
That's
want
a little
at least a
nationalistic,
victim.
but
What's
that?
Well, at least a victim. They get a lot of benefits from being headquartered in New York City, and we've got to cover a lot of security. And when the UN has the meetings, it becomes a nightmare.
I think we pay
on
25% of the bill.
NYPD. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we pay a lot of money for it.
it's insane, and I think that it's time for somebody else to have a turn.
Well, I think that the body of work, the body that it is, if the goal was world peace, you never achieved it.
Right.
You
know,
really sucked at it.
You know what you did? You institutionalized it and you decentralized it. That's what you did.
Yeah. But hey, let their headquarters be in London. Get it the hell out of our
Can it
country.
be like a tag? Like, tag, you're it. Like, give it to England. Like, tag, you're it.
It's almost like you got an in-law living at the house.
Right.
You gotta, look, England, you got to take this thing, man. She's pooping all over the place. Got to keep cleaning it up, man. You got to take her for a little while. Look, man, take her for like a month, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe we can talk Ireland into taking her.
You just hold on to her while we get everything set for the old folks' home.
Yeah.
That's
Ireland is still part of the UK.
Oh, is it? Okay, my
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
the United.
Oh, you know what, man? Let's give it to Portugal. They won't
Yeah,
know any
there
better.
you go.
They legalized everything, so they'll be all
Well,
right.
all their drugs are legal, so just keep them all drugged up.
And use went down.
Use did go down.
Why don't we just put it in the Middle East? Because that's pretty much what we're always dealing with the UN, isn't it?
You know,
anyway?
that is true.
Oh man, how funny would that be?
Let Israel have the UN.
Like the Middle East wasn't bad enough before. We're gonna just put the UN there.
Well, how many UN resolutions, have come down against Israel that they said "fuck you" and never paid any attention to it, and blatantly ignored and broke, and the UN didn't do anything. So, obviously, might as well just put it in Israel because
there.
they don't care anyway.
I guess that'd be weird. I just don't want. I don't want it to exist anymore.
Well, I would rather it didn't exist, but I certainly would like it out of New York. Well, I mean, out of our
Well, there's
country.
nothing you can do necessarily if all the rest of the countries in the world decided to join the UN and left you out in the cold. But to be honest with you, they're not going to do that. I mean, you know.
Ask Palestine. Ask Palestine.
I
how
just
that
don't.
feels.
I just don't. Again, I really do wish if there was one policy that you could get the bipartisan support on, where they would quit doing it, would be like just knock off the wars, man. Seriously, like you just want to go to fight with everybody. Like Syria, are you kidding me, man?
Yeah.
This is so not our problem right now, and this is so look. The problem is that look, Syria is not directly our fault. I don't think, because I think that you were going to have an uprising in there. But then Al Qaeda gets in there. How does that happen? You know?
Where'd they come from in the first place? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. We trained them.
Yeah.
We paid them.
We armed them in
financed
Libya. It wasn't even like this is no conspiracy theory. We armed them in Libya.
We armed them in Afghanistan. That's
Yeah.
not a conspiracy theory. That was in Time fucking magazine.
That
when
was
it
in
happened.
Rambo 3.
President Reagan dedicated the launch of one of the space shuttle missions to the Mujahideen.
Do you remember? Do you remember the Iran-Contra scandal? Like, they weren't talking about some dude named Iran that lived in London.
Yeah, this wasn't Contra the video game. This is
Up, down, down, left, FBA start.
there's no infinite lives in here.
Like, seriously, though. I mean, it's just one of those things that you just look at it and you're just like, why can't we get this right? Like, why can't we see now that... Why can't those on the right see now that it is government involvement in the domestic economy that's the problem, right? And they'll agree to that one. But you can't see that it's foreign government intervention in the foreign policy market. Like, that's somehow okay. And it's not blaming the troops, by the way. I mean, I was one. It's not blaming the troops. It's like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to go to war without declaring it. And that's been the problem since the end of World War II. You're fighting proxy wars all around the globe. And then finally, when the Russians have had enough and they, capsize or whatever, you keep it going. Like, you don't stop at that point. I mean, and again, I didn't think I'm sure at the time you didn't need to be doing those other things anyway. Gulf of Tonkin, remember that for Vietnam War?
Right.
Oh my God, was it again, that's not like even a conspiracy theory. That's what happened. Just because it was 30 years ago doesn't change or lot longer than that.
Longer than that.
It was 40, 50 years ago now, almost 60 now. But they did it on a lie. They weren't telling you the truth.
And they did it again in Iraq. Got us in on a lie.
Different lies. Sold much better.
Yeah, everybody bought that hook, line, and sinker, no problem.
And was right after September 11. Everybody's, everybody's
hyped and ready. And now they're trying to do it again on Syria.
Yeah. Heck, do it.
Fuck
They're
'em.
doing it on Syria, but then they're drone bombing 7 other countries already. I mean, look, Obama uses drones about 20 times more than Bush used drones. Like, they had this chart, man, which is like the most beautiful.
Obama uses drones more than a queen bee.
Yeah. It's amazing. And this guy got the Peace Prize. Like, what kind of a world are we living in? The Nobel, whatever that organization is, should really just close their doors. Yeah, no, you picked Obama. I actually think Hitler won a Peace Prize too.
No, Hitler didn't win. He was nominated.
Oh, he's nominated.
So was Mussolini.
You do know what Alfred Nobel invented, right? That made
dynamite?
Yeah, exactly. TNT.
Yeah.
So the Nobel Peace Prize. The guy who invented dynamite.
I didn't really put all that together until just now. You're right. That's so totally messed up.
So when you think about it that way, it's kind of appropriate for Obama to get the Peace Prize, isn't it?
I don't think that they think the word peace means what they think it means.
They may be confused.
I think they might be.
Like, we may need to send them, like, a Webster's dictionary and, like, with a little bookmark where the word peace is and, like, maybe highlight it for them.
Yeah.
Just to kind of remind them, like, hey, guys, I think you got it wrong. I mean, just a little, but maybe you should look at this.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. It's just amazing that they're, and then the American people didn't fall for this one, though. I mean, maybe they are starting to get it. And they didn't end up doing it, which, God, we thought that, I really thought they were going to do it. Like, I did not think there was any chance whatsoever. But to see the uprising, and if you talk to, like, the normal person, I don't think I met 10 people that wanted to do it. And it's not just libertarians either. I mean, it was just I don't think I knew 10 people that really wanted it to happen.
No.
No, and even if they did, they just kept quiet about it. But
well, everybody's kind of tired of it.
Everyone is war weary.
I hope so. Damn, I hope so. It goes to how many people you know. No, I'm good. It goes to how many people how many people do I know that have died because of this? How many people do you know that have died because of this, or you?
A lot.
Maybe people you don't know that have died yet over there, but people that, like, you went to school with, went over there and never returned, based off of Iraq and Afghanistan. It wasn't something else. It was Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, I know people who did come back, but they're not the same person.
No, I would imagine so.
That's which is almost worse. I mean, it's one thing for them to go over there and die, but it's something else for them to go over there and kill and come back a completely different person from who they were because of what they saw, what they did, and what they experienced.
Yeah, but that would, I mean, it would do it to you no matter what, which is why you have to be as serious enough as to declare war in order to do something like that.
Yeah.
And if you do, look, we were talking about this in the car on the way home from Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Look, in a weird way, I would be a phenomenal president of the United States.
I would have never thought you would say such a thing, Alex.
I'm going to tell you why.
Please, tell me more.
Because here's what it is. Here's my foreign policy press conference. Like, here's the whole foreign policy press conference right
This
here.
was actually, and like, this is no joke. This is a conversation that we had coming home from Tallahassee.
I mean, I was in the car for 5 hours. We were going to talk about something.
He actually had to tell you that he thought he would make a phenomenal
never
president
wanted to.
because you never knew that he would think such a thing of
Right,
himself.
right.
I guess that is kind of funny. But no, here's what I would say, though. Here's my foreign policy speech right here. Look, what I was going to do, well, let me say first off this. What I wanted to do is I actually wanted to grab a person that was like part of CARE or whatever, right? And then a person that was part of somebody that didn't like Muslims, right? Sit them both down and hold a press conference and have these two guys in the room because I'm going to talk to them. But the American people are going to hear what I'm going to say and then they're going to know my foreign policy. I'm going to say, look, talk to the CARE people. Look, you're going to tell me that you ain't got people strapping shit on strapping shit on and blowing people up. They're pulling hearts out on YouTube. It's not like it's hidden video, guy. I mean, they're eating hearts over there. All right. I understand we're giving them the weapons. I don't think we're giving them the playbook to eat hearts. All right. Or chopping off heads, whatever you sick people do over there. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're bringing everybody home. We're cutting off all the funding for everybody out there. We're done. You guys figure this stuff out, but you guys need to grow up. Need to just grow up a little bit. For this guy over here that hates him, look, if they come over here and they attack us, we'll declare war and we'll turn whoever attacked us into a parking lot. But we're not going over there anymore. We're done. Let them live their lives as they see fit. Don't care. But you guys come over here. We're going to get you. But we want to trade with you, though. We're going to trade. We want to, we got some stereos and shit to sell you. We got a lot of stuff over here in America.
Stereos from Japan.
We're gonna start drilling oil. We're gonna start drilling oil, and you guys are about to run out anyway. And if not, you probably blow up one of your damn refineries anyway. So here's the thing: we'll supply you oil, even and all that other kind of stuff, right? No weapons or nothing like that, because we're not doing that crap anymore, and no more aid. Now, if American people want to give people money over there, we're not going to stop them from doing it. But that's it. But you guys, just calm down, right? Everybody, just calm down. That's
Pipe
the new
the
foreign
fuck
policy.
down, all of you.
Everybody pipe down. This is the new foreign policy right here.
That's it.
And it's
Pipe
called.
the
But here's the
fuck
thing:
down.
if we're attacked, and this is what I would say to the rest of the world, if we're attacked, we're backing everybody off. But don't forget, I ain't closing them down either. I'm just bringing them home first. You guys attack me one time. I tell you once, you do it once, I'm gonna find out the people that did it. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill their family. If it was a state-sponsored country, a certain portion of your country will officially be a parking lot of the United States of America. Because I'm going to destroy it, and I ain't fixing shit.
And you're going to build a Walmart in its
And I
place.
might put a Walmart there, not
Just
that you'll
to
have
spite
any
you.
money, because I would have blown you up and haven't given any money, and Walmart's prices ain't that low.
I'll even buy your cousin's tractor dealership from the bank, bitch. I'll shut it all down.
Yeah. But we'll leave right away. This shit won't take but a week.
Right.
This is a week. I might even have boots on the ground. We got A-bombs. Hey, man, they're just sitting around. You mess with us. Here's the thing. Nobody messed with us for a long time after Japan. You know why? Because we dropped 2.
Yeah, we go over there and start making cereal bowls in the Middle East, and I think that things will change.
Cereal bowls. Did you just call them cereal?
I did.
That is an unknown term for me until tonight. And I appreciate that.
Presidential Addresses by Alex Nicker.
Well, think about it. When you melt sand, it becomes glass. Well,
Right.
you said it, glass.
Cereal.
Well, when that bomb goes off, it's going to be a circle. So what's it going to do? It's going to make a big bowl of glass, big cereal bowl.
I still keep the Navy too, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No.
Navy is constitutional.
I would protect shipping lanes. To be honest with you, that's what I would do it for. That would be it, though. I mean, you don't even need but a carrier group in the Med and a carrier group in the Pacific. Really, that's really what you'd need. And a lot of times, even the military goes around, and sometimes it's humanitarian things. Like the Navy does probably more than any other service does for humanitarian missions. So, and again, I don't want really the government to fund it or anything like that, but I don't know. I think you actually could use it almost as a revenue generating device because you charge the countries, like if they're in trouble, then you just charge them. You know? But not to fight their wars or nothing.
Be a revenue generating device.
I'm going to start profiting off of your poverty. You poor little nations that have no money are somehow now going to pay me for the aid that you're begging for. I don't think you thought that one through all the way.
Yeah, that's a good point, by the way. That's a good point.
Because nothing
Right.
says helping the poor like making money off of them.
Nothing says helping the poor like profiting off of their backs.
I tell you right now, you know what they really ought to do? Like, you see the stuff.
They ought to
on the
just get fucking jobs. That's what they ought to do.
No. It's not that they should get jobs. Well, maybe they should get jobs. But here's the thing, though. You see this, like, incredibly cheap, low housing, right? That's like 400 square foot houses and stuff, right? Throw some solar tiles on that thing. Get yourself some electric, stuff that works on electric. You get you a fridge in there. You get you a washer. You get you a dryer. You get you a little shower deal. I mean, I know it's gonna be hard to get the water. That might suck a little bit. But they make those.
It's only going to be hard to get the water, not the solar panels, the shower, the washing machine, the refrigerator. It's the water that's going to be hard.
Only the one thing that every life form on the planet Earth must have. That's the only thing you're not going to be able to get.
Hold on a second here, guys. They actually make this thing. I think it's called a dehumidifier or something like that. That actually, maybe they call it something else. But
how
it
is that
actually
gonna
sucks
work in
the air. It sucks the air
Right.
out of the water,
Okay.
out of the air. It sucks the water
Yeah,
out of the air and makes like a
and you
gallon
have water,
a day.
right? Okay. How's that going to work in the desert?
Stop sending them food. Start sending them dehumidifiers.
They gotta pump some water in there, man. They're surrounded by ocean. It's Africa. Just get some pipes out there, man. Hook it up.
I like how he says, like, just build yourself a little hut, throw some solar panels on there, get yourself a refrigerator and a washer, and then, you get some water. Oh, the water may be a problem. Yes, that's going to be the problem to find. You're right.
This is totally stoner engineering.
What are you talking about? No. Hold on a second here.
These people are emaciated, cannot find food, and he's like, just get some solar panels. Where?
We're like 3 steps from turning his material list into a ball.
Wait a second. You do the Sam Kinison commercial, man. That's what you do. Say, get this poor little kid a house over in Africa. For only $5 a month, you're going to pay for part of it. You get enough of those people paying.
They won't have water, but they'll have a washer.
The solar panels are going to be the easy part. Let's figure out the water.
Well, to be honest with you, they shouldn't be living near there anyway if there's no water.
See, that's the Sam Kinison bit that we don't have, where he's where he's like, you know what? We were going to come out here with a bunch of food. But we realized something. We wouldn't have to travel thousands of miles out here to you with food if you people would just live where the food is. You see this? It's sand. What's it going to be in 1,000 years? It's going to be fucking sand.
Well, those things move around, though.
So these are mobile huts with solar panels?
No. Whether an area on this earth is desert or not is not something that is permanent.
Yes, but it doesn't change within a lifetime.
Oh, it's like a couple lifetimes, but I'm just saying. Maybe it was a bunch of ancestors back in the day thought it was a cool place, and then all of a sudden it went to hell in a handbasket, and they just took them a couple eons to figure it out. They're generationally a little slow in the head.
I think once all the food disappeared, they should have figured it out and said, hey, we ought to move. Load up the truck and move into Beverly.
That's a good point, man. That's a good point.
Are you going to be profiting off these huts with the solar panels?
Here's the real question. How much can we make on this?
Oh, wait a second. The problem is over there is that people aren't trying to make a buck. That's what you got to do. You got to go over there and try to make a buck.
You guys, that's all you poor people's problem is you just don't have the entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to drop copies of Mark Cuban's book. That's what we're going to do.
I'm not saying it like that. Look, but here's the thing. we've been giving aid to these countries for a long time. Now, we've been screwing with them, too. But we've been giving aid to these countries for a long time. But one of the reasons is because they have resources, right? But they're not actually good enough in those countries or technologically advanced enough to pull the resources out, right? So we go over there and we pull the resources out. But these guys, the people they're making deals with aren't like, they're warlords and stuff. Or they're countries that are warlords in charge. They put a warlord in charge and then they can get whatever they want. Look what happened in Iran. The second that they wanted, we should have some of that money off the oil fields. Oh yeah, we're going to replace your guy. That's what they did. They socialized the oil fields. Now, to be honest with you, as a country, you're a sovereign country. No other country has rights to your oil fields, to be honest with you.
Right.
How you want to work your deal is your business. In America, I would argue that each state can work their deal as they see fit. Because it's resources being pulled out of their ground.
Right.
Like, every citizen of Alaska, I think, gets paid like $25,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
2,500, I think.
No, I think it's 25,000.
25,000
Oh, they
per
pull a
year?
lot of oil out of friggin' Alaska.
Wow.
And there ain't that many people.
I'm moving to
it ain't-
fucking Alaska.
It ain't that many people that live in Alaska.
No.
And it's, look, that's $25,000 to
gold.
live in Alaska. I mean, that's tough business.
It costs that much just to keep your house heated.
Yeah, probably.
It's free heat for everyone.
Don't move those guys from Africa up to Alaska.
Well, if-
the culture shock there'd kill them.
If they're getting $25,000 a year each for every resident, well, we're damn sure not airdropping them dehumidifiers and Zig Ziglar programs. I tell you that much. We're saving that for the poor people.
But I think that here's the thing, though. Oh, the other. I forgot. You know that little device that they make that makes electricity out of fire. It's a little portable device. Should send a bunch of those over there.
Oh, hey, we can drop them the scientific experiments on how to run a clock off of 2 potatoes. How about that?
That's such a better idea before you guys start talking to you guys about this. You're right. Maybe it sucks. They're screwed then. I'm sorry. I thought I had a good idea here.
So you guys are fucked.
Damn it.
I hope you never run for president because
I would never run for president.
if you do, they're gonna play this tape of I would make a great president. We need to profit off poor people. Why don't those people get jobs?
It's a win-win situation. They got a little small house with a solar panel on it, man.
He's not backing off of this.
Alex is going to solve all the world's
Look,
problems.
they don't have the money to do it anyway. That's why you got to go make the commercials to get the aid to go and do it.
Alex,
But there's a handling fee in all this.
Alex is going to bring us world peace with atom bombs, dehumidifiers.
That's with solar panels.
That's with solar
Don't forget the
panels.
pipe. We got to get the water in there, though. That is a big problem. We got to get the water in there, so we need some piping.
Still got to figure out the water. We're going to
Gotta
need
get
a plumber. I hope they're not union. That's just going to cost so much more. That's going to fuck up our profit margin.
Oh, that was funny, actually. I can't believe you just said that.
Why?
That
Why can't you believe
that was the second best part of the show
Wait a minute.
ever.
That brought it over the top. Not his profiting off of the poor people in Africa. It was unionized plumbers. That's what he can't believe was just said.
I know,
can't
I
believe
gotta
you
tell
said
you,
that.
I'm not calling the pipe fitters union tomorrow for an ad. I'm just telling you right now. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Probably not a good idea.
I apologize. My apologies.
Now we know if Alex ever starts a story with, I would be a good president because just stop him.
No, this is too funny. I am never stopping that conversation.
Because it's going to go bad quick.
Just don't get it on tape for posterity.
He's going to turn places into parking lots and profit off of poor people.
I mean, I know it sounds weird. I just think you're looking at it wrong.
It doesn't sound weird at all, Alex.
I think you're looking at it wrong.
You're right. You're absolutely right. We have the wrong perspective on that.
Yeah, we're the ones that are fucked up here.
You mean you're thinking I'm fucked up on this one, huh?
Not at all.
All right. Well, I'm just telling you it's a good idea.
We'll just agree to disagree.
I guess that's what we'll have to do. That's what we'll have to do. Hey, Greg. By the way, just a temp check on you. How you feeling over there?
It's very nice with the fan.
Like you're with the fan, right?
Yeah.
I'm. You know what it is? My feet are getting cold a little bit, which is nice. I like that.
Well, we only
I had to
got
put
15
socks
minutes
on.
left, so.
We only have 15 minutes left.
Well, yeah, that's 2 hours.
Technically, that's the 2 hour mark.
Technically,
yeah.
that's 2 hours.
And I feel so bad. I'm so glad we don't do commercials on this show, only because.
That's why we have to smoke in the studio
Yeah.
on this show.
Yeah,
We don't
really,
do
because you
commercials.
can't just take an hour break. Honestly, we thought about doing commercials. I'll tell you what I'd like to do, and I don't know if it would even be possible, is that when Ustream takes the commercial break, that we took the commercial break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
We don't know when
Okay, for
Ustream
everybody that
takes
is
the
listening
commercial.
though, if you go to go to YouTube and click on the Liberty Underground.
No, the
or search-
1787
Oh, yeah.
network.
Oh yeah, the 1787 network. So go to YouTube and go the 1787 network. When you click in there, you're going to see our channel that's in there for 1787 network. Subscribe to it, and I'll tell you why.
This is on YouTube, not Ustream.
Yeah, this is on YouTube, not Ustream. Look, Ustream has some good features, and Ustream has some really bad features. And one of the really bad features is
horribly long commercials.
yeah, it's really long. I heard they're 20 minutes.
No, I've only seen one that's 10.
12.
Oh, 12?
I've done 12.
So please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, because once we get to 1,000, then we can just do it live on YouTube,
Yeah.
which is cool. YouTube would be much better. I would rather do it on YouTube. You know why? Because YouTube's the brand name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ustream's, and don't get me wrong, Ustream's got good name recognition. There's a lot of people that use it.
Right.
But it sucks. And YouTube, everybody's on YouTube.
But you suck.
Ustream is great, but you suck.
Well, yeah, I can see how you don't understand that. You know, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Jade, you ignorant slut.
What day is it?
What?
What? That is funny, though.
My
I'm sorry.
son was doing that all day today, and it's just hilarious to hear a 5-year-old. What?
Oh, you know what was really fun, by the way? I used to do Ray Jr.'s show. I used to fill in for him a lot. And when you filled in for his show, he ran the audio. He didn't run the board, he ran the clips. And he ran it off of his computer. So all you had to do was plug in, and whatever you played on your computer would play on the show. And that was kind of fun. Because then I controlled the clips, and I would stop them all the time. Like, I would play, and then he'd say something, I'd stop, and I'd go, and see, you know, that's exactly what I'm saying right there. And then I'd hit play again, and then I'd hit stop, and then play
So
and stop.
you effectively drove him nuts as you played and stopped at random times.
No. Ray wouldn't be on the show. I was by myself. I was host of the show.
He loved it because he could completely talk over people. He could stop them.
I was the only person. Ray Jr. does not do a multi-person
Okay,
show.
but you could talk over the clip.
Oh, I wanted
You
to stop it to
controlled
make the point.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to be able to stop it, so it was good.
And us, you don't stop us. You just get louder than us to make your point.
You just get louder.
You know, I don't mean to do it. Well, actually, I do.
You totally
You
do.
totally do. You can't do it that often and not mean to.
Like you haven't done it lately, not in a long time. But it used to be like if we came off the air, he'd be like, "Oh man, you guys talked way too much this week." Not when you were here when it was Adrian. It's like, you took a lot of time away from me.
Sorry.
And are we interrupting your Facebook time?
We are.
No, I wanted
interrupting his
to. People
Facebook
are
time.
people are asking me things right now, and I just wanted to answer. It's not people listening to the show either. It's just other people that don't realize I'm doing a show right now because we do such a great job in marketing.
Yeah, everybody is so aware of this show that we're doing.
You know, maybe you should answer them back. Hey, I'm on the air. You may want to listen.
Why don't you tune in and laugh along with us?
It's probably a good idea, to be honest with you.
Instead of like all of a sudden disappear from our show, you know, the one that's live on the air, so that you can answer a message. You probably should answer the message. Hey, I'm live on the air. Why don't you listen in?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'll go with that.
Fair point.
Fair point.
Fair point. I love looking this side, by the way, because like I'm looking at the camera. There's one thing, but it's like it's two cameras right there, but those cameras can't see each other. You know?
Yeah, one of them is on you guys and one of them's on me.
Yeah. But you don't get to see the other one from the one. But I get to see both of them in my line of vision.
That is insane.
Well, no, it's right there.
Well, I mean, like, of course, like, their cameras, like, they don't see each other.
Well, it's not pointed one way. Like, if you're watching Greg's camera, you don't know that just outside that screen to the right is another camera right there.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right.
You're totally breaking the fourth wall here, man.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought we were off the rails, man. Off the rails means off the rails. I mean, if we're gonna get down, we got to get down.
Someone says they haven't heard you say that we're racist tonight.
Oh, I thought it was just a given. I thought it was a given in the beginning of the show.
Although I have to say, you talked about profiting off of poor people in Africa.
I think if anybody's the racist tonight,
I don't
it's
think you
Al.
need to say the word
How
racist.
is it me? I'm trying to get them solar panels and electricity for refrigerators so they can cool stuff. I mean, I'm trying to help in stoves so they can cook things. So like if they do have bad water, they can cook the water, they can boil it, and then they can drink the water.
So if they find water,
They have the ability to boil it. Hey, look, how many people over there die from cholera?
I'm not racist.
All the other.
I'm not racist. I don't pity you because you're black. I pity you because you're poor.
I'm here to help. I can't believe this is such a bad thing.
I don't even pity
I can't
you.
believe I'm the bad guy
I'm
here.
glad you're around so I can profit off your poorness.
But you're not profiting off of them necessarily. It's just a commercial. We're back to Sam Kinison again. You make him feel bad, man. This kid doesn't have a solar panel. He can't play his Game Boy. Help him out, man. What the hell's wrong with you? Give him a $20 bill.
He doesn't have clean water.
Look, he's
not worried about how to power his Game Boy.
Well, he wants to. Look, of course, you got to boil the water first. I understand. I've been in the woods once.
I like that he said they need. These were the things they needed: solar panels, a refrigerator, and a washing machine,
and a hot plate.
Because they have so many clothes that a washing machine is necessary.
Right. They can't find water. But apparently if
Oh,
they,
you're right. You know what? They need a sewing machine too. Sewing machine.
maybe a loom to make some cloth.
You think that's really necessary?
Well, I don't know what you're gonna
We
sew
couldn't import
together.
that. Look, they got a lot of stuff in the ground, man. They got to trade that stuff. There you go.
So now they need mines. So they need
have a lot-
pickaxes and
They have a
dynamite.
lot of stuff in the ground, like cloth.
Like, yeah, hey.
No, like diamonds, rubies, oil. You know.
Sand. They have sand.
have sand.
That's why they're poor.
Yeah, they really ought to move out of that place, by the way.
How
Maybe
about
we'll
you
offer
move
them.
where the
Maybe
food
we'll
is?
bring a Greyhound bus and we'll just move them somewhere else.
Don't send them food. Send them U-Hauls.
That's messed up.
Come
man.
on, pack up your shit. We're moving. That's the
How
Sam
about
Kinison
a
bit.
school bus, man? We can bring school buses.
Oh yeah, they're not union. We all want to pay for that. Yeah.
Well, look, it doesn't have to. I'm not saying it has to be a school bus, but you know what a school bus looks like. And look, it's again, people on TV paid for that stuff. People that donated and gave of themselves. Look, we're a very generous society. And in all seriousness, me and Danielle have done a little bit of research on this, and all of the world poverty rates and all this stuff is all going down. But it's not going down because of the government, by the way. It's going down because of the private industry, because of the private sector, because people give money, a lot of money. Way more than any government aid has ever done. There's a lot of charitable people in this country, and they give a lot of money. Now, the problem is a lot of that money goes to foreign dictators, and then we, the government, actually spend money. Instead of buying people food, we buy people guns to shoot other people, which does hamper the private sector's charitable efforts, I would say.
if we give them guns, that's less food we have to drop next year.
That is true.
Wow. Now, that was racist.
No, that was realist.
Math. No, that was
math.
It was racist math, though.
Wait a minute.
It was racist
They
math.
gotta help people.
The guy who's profiting off of bringing poor people food,
Right. Yeah,
is saying that it's wrong for you to say that was wrong.
yeah. My math is racist, is what it is. It's like an SAT question. It's a racially biased math.
Wow. All right. Well, look, man. I'm just trying to feed people, man. I'm trying to feed the poor. I can't speak
make
for
a
you
buck.
people. Make a buck out of it.
Make a couple dollars while I'm at it.
That's how it's going to happen. That's the only way it's going to happen. Capitalism saves the planet right there.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
There you go, folks.
And if we never have lived up to our name off the rails before, tonight we definitely have.
Well, I'm trying to up the game every week. I'm trying to up it every week. I'm hoping we get so outrageous that people go, man, I gotta hear this radio show.
Tune in next week for
You won't
Alex's latest
believe
policy.
what this guy says. You know, they also say they're like, I met the guy face to face. He seems like such a smart, intelligent guy. I heard him on the radio, man. What a weirdo.
What the fuck is this idea?
Jesus, what's wrong with this guy?
Check your Facebook.
Hey, be honest with you,
messages.
I need a release. That's what I need. Hold on. Where?
I don't know. I just it says Danielle tell Axe to check his Facebook messages.
Waterless washing machine levitates laundry and cleans it with dry ice. Well, how are they going to get dry ice, though, man?
Yeah, that's easier to get than water.
Hold on a second here. I got to...
Okay. Listen.
That's
Like-
it is waterless, though. I mean, really, it is waterless.
You know, as much as, and I love all of our listeners, and thank you so much for that tip, but I don't know if you made the situation better.
We're going to improve this idea by adding a much more expensive technology to the equation.
We can't find water, so we'll
This thing is cool looking, though. I got to tell you that.
We'll use dry ice.
This looks like the future right here. No wonder this is so popular.
Now we're good.
It does sound like some kind of Jetsons washing machine.
Oh, it's cool, by the way. It's uber cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's like a big ring, and then the laundry's just in the middle of it. When was this posted? 2012. Dated 2/16/2012. Wow, that is pretty cool, though. Here, you want me to read it to you?
No.
Now let's send them cars that run on water, too. How about that?
I bet you that exists. I bet you that
It's
engine
being
exists.
held off by the government
I think so.
because they don't want all them Africans to have cars.
No, there's a different reason for this one.
Oh, is there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, there's a legitimate reason for this. This
Okay.
is true. I know they have something that runs on basically next to nothing. Look at every taxing scheme that taxes the most people, and it's your energy. And anything that would give you the ability to create it yourself always seems to be just a little bit out of your reach. Even though we've had solar panels for a long time, and with the law of advancing technologies, or whatever they call it, I don't remember exactly what the word is for it, but there's a mathematical equation for when you find out a certain technology, how refined it would be to where it would make sense for the average person in daily life. And solar should have hit this thing long ago, but it hasn't. But there's got to be another kind of engine anyway that runs on something else, like water, because it's H2O, hydrogen and oxygen. You got to be able to separate that stuff out and make energy out of it, or something like that. I know they have this stuff, but the reason they're not putting out is one reason and one reason alone, and it's taxes. Because they will not be able to figure out a way to tax it. Go ahead.
You mean the people who have figured out a way to tax the rain can't figure out a way to tax water in your car? Really?
Not at the same levels. Not at the same level. It wouldn't work that way, though, because here's the thing. If you could get water out of your tap and drive around, then you don't go to the gas station, which means you don't pay the tax. And they're not going to up the
taxes on the water that come out of your tap.
Hold on a second, though. The taxes that you pay on the water is nowhere near what you would pay. And you could always get a well where it wouldn't come out of where it wouldn't come out there, too. So you could go get a well. A lot of people have wells. How would you pay tax? They wouldn't know.
No, if you have to get a permit to get a well.
What if you don't get that permit?
You think nobody's gonna notice the big machine drilling into the ground in your backyard?
Because you're being very negative about this. So I'm going to ask you a simple question.
Yeah.
Is it easier for them to get a lot more taxes by you having gasoline, or is it a lot easier to have more taxes with water?
Obviously it is, but your statement was they haven't figured out a way to tax it.
Not at the level that they would need in order to replace it.
Okay.
I've got it all figured out. I think I have the solution to the problem. Let's just invent a car that runs on the tears of liberals.
Okay, I mean, scientifically, it would run on anybody's tears. So.
No, it would have to be liberal tears.
Why? I mean, was there something different in the
It's the
genetic
tears. It's the
makeup of
tears
it?
from their bleeding heart.
Oh, I got a little bleeding heart in me.
Little.
Little.
A little
Just
bit.
the tip.
It's a weird bleeding heart, though.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, I can tell because it looks for profit in poor people.
You're not getting it from the poor person, though. You're getting it from the TV. I'm not trying to get rich off of this, man, but I'm trying to get paid. I need a salary to do this stuff, man. I don't do this for free.
I ain't doing this for free.
There's a lot of work here, man. It's dangerous over there.
I'm like the Joker. If you're
not
good at
doing it
something,
to
don't
feed-
do it for free.
I'm not doing this to feed people. I need to get paid.
Well, feeding
got
people
to
is a
get
reason. Look, I'm being paid to feed people.
It's like he's working at a restaurant.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, except for somebody bought the food for everybody that's in there. Somebody else bought it all.
All of a sudden,
I'm just there to serve it to you. God bless America. Have little flags on it and stuff.
Well, we're looking at
Little American
12:29 right now. Do we want to go any longer? I mean,
I'll talk 12 hours. I'll cruise you. I will
He did-
cruise you.
He did well. The Ustream cuts us off at 3.
Oh, the Ustream's like Harry Reid, man,
It is.
with a process vote. Damn it.
He tried hard to.
Hold on, let me. You know what? I want to do it. Okay, we'll go one more subject and then we'll call it a night. Because I do want to bring this up. I want your opinion, is what I want.
Okay.
Ted Cruz. I'm Warshacking you. Ted Cruz. What do you think right now of Ted Cruz?
I'm not buying it.
What aren't you buying?
That he gives a damn.
Wow. That far, huh? Wow.
It's posturing. It's political gamesmanship. It's. I'm unimpressed so far.
Well, let me
see.
ask,
We'll see how it all plays out. But
Oh,
I could
absolutely.
be wrong, but I don't think I am.
do you think he's just like the rest of them?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you don't think he's any different? Like, you don't put any of the politicians, on a different level?
No.
How about Amash?
If anybody's on a different level, it's him, but only slightly.
What about Roach? What about Norm?
I like Norm, but we'll see. Now we're on a different level. On
totally
at local,
different.
it's
You
a,
find
it's a
some
different
people like
level.
that, I got it.
Yeah. I like Norm. I like Norm.
But you think Amash might be there, though?
I think Amash has potential.
You think that Amash is the next Ron Paul?
It's possible.
I'd argue Amash is the next Ron Paul.
It's possible.
I think he'll be able to stay in his seat if he doesn't go anywhere. If he just stays in Congress, he goes to the Senate, tries to get up too fast. I think it would mess up because he's radical.
I don't want him to move up. We need more congressmen to join him.
we need more. We need 535 or 435 like him.
Yeah, we need more congressmen to join him. More congressmen, more senators. He doesn't need to move. That was my argument against Ron Paul as president. I mean, I've had that conversation with you many times. We need Ron Paul where he is in Congress, not in the White House.
We
need Ron Paul there and more people like him.
Yeah, Justin Amash and more like them.
Yeah.
I actually like Justin Amash. I really do. And out of everybody that I see, I'm not. Listen, just sometimes these guys see some pretty good things. Yeah, and I think Cruz did a pretty cool thing, and I think that he said some really good stuff. I think he brought more people to the issue, which is always a good thing. I don't know necessarily if he was completely honest with everything. But the only one that I wouldn't, because I don't like Cruz on some other issues. I don't like him on foreign policy at all.
He never talks about it though.
No, but I have seen him make statements. There has been some. I'm not real impressed, but I really like Amash. Like, so far, the one or two votes that I haven't agreed with him on, I've actually seen his explanation. And although I didn't agree with him, I understood, like, he wasn't doing it to not be liberty-minded. He just saw it a different way than I did.
Right.
And I was okay with that.
Yeah. I go with that with Amash. He's like, he's a good one. And again, I think he's the next. He's the next Ron Paul because nobody's saying some people have said he's the next Ron Paul, but
Yeah.
not really though. Not in all seriousness.
He's not the anointed one.
Yeah, he's not the anointed one. That's for sure though, and that's a good thing though, because you know what? I'm
We
glad he
shouldn't
wasn't.
have any anointed
Yeah, there
ones.
shouldn't be
No.
anyone. What they're doing for Rand, that's not even the right thing to be doing.
Exactly, and that's why he is absolutely not going to be the
Yeah.
guy.
No, because I honestly, and not to get down that road. I'm not going down that road tonight, but Cruz though. All I'm saying is, balls. Just straight up. Look, at the end is when they started messing with him. Like, Harry Reid's messing with him when that dude has been up for like 18 hours straight at that
20
point.
at
20
that
hours.
point, 20
he was up
hours.
20 hours talking the whole time. Then Harry Reid's trying to mess with him, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, dude was able to keep it going and was able to be coherent and was just as good in the beginning as he was at the end. I mean, that's Texas for you. You know, God bless Texas. But
I gotta say,
man.
like when he went to the Darth Vader stuff, I was like, oh man, he's lost his mind now. Like he's so tired, he's delirious.
Yeah, and that was like midway through.
Yeah, no, and then he kind of got back into it, and then right at the end, it was the last half hour that Harry really started messing with him, and he just was like, "That's not a question, that's a speech. You're not talking anymore."
And that's the guy's the speaker, you know, as president of the Senate.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got the floor, man. What's up? You know, you might have all the votes right now, but this is the beauty of the Senate. One of the reasons I wanted to run for Senate, by the way. Like, if you wanted to see this all of the time, then you would have actually elected me. I would have filibustered all the time. I constantly would have filibustered. I might even agreed with it. I'm going to say, I'm going to talk for a day. I don't care. We're going to talk about why I like this bill and why America should go with it.
I don't have to pay for this airtime.
Yeah,
Damn right.
I got this. I'm good. I ain't yielding shit.
When would you have been, if you had won in 2010, you would have been sworn in what, January of 2011?
January 11th.
Okay. You'd still be talking from that first day.
Yeah.
And I would have filibustered so much stuff, it wouldn't even been funny.
He'd have so many melted Snickers bars in his pockets.
I tell you, I would have been filibustering from day one. People would have loved it. People would have tuned in. Be like the Truman Show.
People would actually watch C-SPAN.
Oh, I would have made it the most interesting channel on TV. Because you think what Cruz is doing is interesting. Oh, you'd have heard nothing yet. Oh boy, I'd have been up there 3 hours. And here's the thing: I only wanted to run for really one term anyway, so. I'm up there for 6. I'm going to mess you guys up for 6. I even say it. I'm going to mess you guys up for 6 years. You ain't getting shit passed.
It's like Step Brothers. We're here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, I am not. I am here. I'm Mario Silvo. I'm putting my legs, my feet, my arms, my body on the gears. I'm stopping you. I don't even care. You know why? Because I'm speaking for the. That was one thing they talked about, how Obama won the election, right? They were saying at the end of Cruz's thing that, well, Obama won the election. That's why you shouldn't be able to do this. Hey, look, man. Double the people that are registered to vote didn't vote for Obama.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the thing. Double the people that didn't. Double the people didn't vote for Obama than did vote for Obama. You take all the votes that aren't Obama, it's way more than everybody.
Twice as many people didn't vote for Obama as did vote for Obama. Twice as many. You keep saying double the people.
Oh. Do you know what I'm talking about, Greg?
I don't know what you're talking about at all anymore.
4 million people in Florida voted for Barack Obama. 7 million didn't.
Right. Okay. So what you're talking about is the total number of registered voters.
Right.
Versus the number of people who actually voted, and then the ones who actually voted for Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I follow you.
So yes, 4 million in Florida did, 7 million didn't.
We have atrocious voter turnouts throughout the country and throughout the state. And yeah,
maybe
it's
that's the
worse.
anarchist vote.
Maybe it's the TV doing its job and placating us and making us docile.
That's true. No. That could be very, very true. That also could be true, and it probably is. But what's up? What are you gonna say? No, say something.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Say something. Count 10 backwards.
No.
Why not? Come on, you can do that.
No,
I can't go vote. The View comes on in 10 minutes.
With you guys smoking in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, my apologies. Well, yeah, but it's off the rails, man. We got to do it.
That's fine.
We got no commercial breaks.
But when you both are smoking at the same time,
we should alternate.
If you guys both smoke at the same time,
I'll alternate.
Right? No. Because then if you alternate, then there's always smoke in here. What happens is if you guys are smoking, I don't talk because just bringing it in more, it gets by the end of the show, I can't really. I'm losing my voice.
Here's the thing. We're going to take a break. Not right now because we're going to end the show.
We're going to take a long break till Friday morning.
Next week we'll take a break. We won't smoke in the studio. We'll see what happens.
Okay, are we going to do actual commercial breaks or should we just play music?
No, we're going to play a couple songs. We'll do a couple songs. Yeah. Rebel Inc.
Definitely.
Maybe some, I don't know. We'll figure something out, though. Yeah, let's get some, we'll figure out, you know what it is? We'll do 3 songs. All of us get a song.
Okay.
So you get a song, I get a song, Danielle gets a song. It's the triple play.
I only know 2 bands, so it's going to be like Jordan or Rebel Inc. So,
this is
good luck.
Be interesting.
I mean, I could go anywhere, though. I could go a lot of places.
I'm totally not playing any Culture Club.
You know what? I won't play a Guilty Pleasure. Those are private.
I'm not sharing that with everybody. That's mine.
That's mine. I got to have something private, you know what I'm saying? I got enough out there, man. I don't need that, too.
Because we've kept it so private. since
Well,
we
I don't
talked
need you.
about
I don't need to be singing along like on the air with it.
Will you dance?
Because I won't be able to help
it
myself. I might. I can't be held accountable for what happens when that's
when
on.
Culture Club is on.
Yeah.
But you know, we don't.
We
We don't talk about any of your other guilty pleasures music-wise, though. That's like the only one.
it. What's your other guilty pleasures?
All right, Lady Gaga for sure.
That's the first
You
one
like
that
But
I
Lady
not
thought
all.
of.
But not all the songs though. But there's a couple of them, especially ones with my name in it. I like those. You know that one song is Alejandro. You know, it's like the Spanish version of my name. So. That's
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even get the
You're
reference. I
reaching
had
at
to
this
get
point.
there. I had to get there. I know it took me a little bit to get there. George Michael's a guilty pleasure. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wham,
Yeah.
George Michael. Yeah, that's a guilty pleasure. Very, very deep guilty pleasure though. Like I got to be. Nobody can be in a car when I'm listening to that. Like other people can be in the car.
You
with
like
Culture
George
Club.
Michael deep, huh?
Well, that didn't come out right. That did not. Come out
No,
right
not at all.
Let's see what else.
For those of you keeping score at home, his guilty pleasures are Culture Club, George Michael, and Lady Gaga.
I
we
put
will-
Madonna. I put Madonna in the mix.
We
too.
will be fielding any questions about Alex's sexual preference on the Refresh Telecom studio line, 800-525-4032.
You know what? Everybody has some guilty pleasures though. So I'm not any different than anybody else. I got my own guilty pleasures. Everybody has their own. So.
No, here's the thing: is every time like a super gay song comes on the radio, all of a sudden is one of Alex's guilty pleasures.
You like the Village People?
No,
he
I don't.
doesn't, no.
No, I don't like the Village
No,
People.
but like all of a sudden it'll be like Justin Timberlake. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, one of my guilty
I like
pleasures."
Justin Timberlake. That's one of my guilty pleasures.
That is a little
I like
guilty.
that new album. That's pretty
He's
badass.
got some. He puts down the tracks. You know,
He does.
he lays it down good. All right, man. Well, I guess we got to call it, right?
It's up to you.
It's 10 after. Yeah, let's 10 after. We'll call it. Again, guys, the website, 1787network.com. We didn't really say that too much tonight. But this is Off the Rails, which actually you don't really see on 1787network.com, but you get there to the Ustream link, and then you can have it there.
Well, but
Because
you-
this is supposed to, I want to make this thing its own thing.
yeah, and I think that we can, and I think we should maybe work to doing that this week.
I
Wow.
messed you up. That was muted. They didn't hear
Oh.
that.
Oh,
Oh, they
okay.
Oh, that's funny. That they
We
didn't
just
hear
all
that.
stopped.
What?
So,
What?
But go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Because we'll put them there.
The 1787 Network. That's us on YouTube. Subscribe, and then eventually we'll get off Ustream if you subscribe, so that you won't get the 12-minute commercials anymore.
Yeah, and we do got to figure out a way to do the podcast on this one.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll get around to it.
What?
What?
All right, guys. Again, have a good evening. We'll see you next week. We'll see you on Friday from 9 to 11. But if you don't make that one, you just want to come out for us on a Wednesday night, you know where to go. Have a good evening.